Yeah. Certainly will. Okay. I'll run the only adventure I've had to. I've got total TPKs on. Deadlands Adventure. Night Train. Yes. Things up. Something. Something. Someone say something. Yes, you can. I don't know why it wasn't. Okay, that's why. Sorry, it's good old audio issues. Cable output channel. Someone say something, please. So you're all silent. Love it. Oh, damn, that didn't work. What's going on? Something's up with the settings. Hey, input device should be output device.
But I had just a slight delay in getting on voice. Sorry.
Right. Can everybody hear me? There we go. Got it subtitled. No problem at all. Okay, I changed your portrait because the one you picked did look under the age of 12. Didn't have glasses. Right. Very quiet again. I'm getting very paranoid.
Yes, we're doing it deliberately just to confuse you. Why does your thing say live now? What's going on here? Live now? It's Tales of a Saggy Krampus Eve.
Well, because I set it up as an event and I saw a button going start event, so I clicked on it. I don't know what it does, but there you go.
Ah, well, it puts the thing in your Discord live now.
It does, doesn't it?
It's very good.
Hans is missing, so it's just the three of you.
Well, do you want me to spam him? Where is he? I can't see him.
Well, he's showing us offline, which doesn't mean he is offline, of course. You can make yourself invisible. You shall
He's
start
West Coast. I think he's West Coast, USA. I might be wrong there. Which means it's only like flipping 6 a.m. there.
Yeah, so we'll cut him some slack.
I might be wrong. I play with so many people, I lose track of where. You know, the Brits are kind of obvious by the accent. Same with the Aussies and the Kiwis and whatever. You know, the Europeans, you can generally, you know.
What are you talking about? What are you trying to say? That all English people sound the same?
No, I'm saying that you. No, don't. And here's the interesting thing: on that little bitty flippin' island you guys live on, you've got more different accents than I think we have across the whole damn USA. It's like my daughter was in college. One of her professors was a Brit, and oh, you're from England, and he goes, yeah, how could you tell?
Right.
So she asked him, because
morning. Right. Well, we'll get going in a second then. Sorry about this.
I will give bonus points, bonus credit to any student that by the end of the term can come back and tell me what town I'm from in England by my accent.
Was he from Yeovil in Somerset?
No, he was he ended put an end to. He's going. I'm never doing that again. The day my daughter walked in after 10 days, handed him a slip of paper with the town that he was from in England.
Wait until the end of the term.
No, we weren't waiting. We weren't waiting at the end of the term because we wanted to be the first one to get it. What we didn't tell him is that again, I know a lot of people in England, and one of them was this nice little Welsh lady that worked for your service, your record service that tracks records on everybody. And periodically in each class, he'd drop a hint relating to where he was from. A little bit of triangulation and just a bare amount of information. He was from this, I forget the name of the town, Bishop on something or the other.
That's just a little modifier that
Hello, right. I think we might give this a chance to start, seeing as everyone's turning up. Hey ho. Well, welcome one and all. I'm just hearing them complaining that I've muted myself. You should shut up. I'm gonna take my headphones off, so I'm gonna have to listen to them rabbiting on, teasing me. Hello, one and all. Welcome to the last one shot of the year. It's Christmas Eve already in the game, anyway, and we'll see what happens once we play. I think we're just waiting on the last one. I mean, 6 a.m. in America for him, so poor chap. But we'll get going now. I'll have to do the first 20 minutes of this video, won't I? Yeah. Righty ho! I think I saw everyone here in chat, so we shall get going. Wait for the final. Add themselves in.
On a countdown.
Hello.
Doodaloo-doo.
Just so you know, when it comes to picking a portrait, your character is under the age of 12. So, we'll wait, get the last one in a sec, but I can start reading because everyone's here. It's Christmas Eve, and although you were initially far too excited to even think about sleep, your parents finally got you off to bed and you fell asleep dreaming about the wonders of the coming. Suddenly you wake up stiff and sore and immediately realise you are no longer in your bed. You and several other children are wrapped up inside a rough burlap sack, I should say. I can't pronounce things, did I? You don't know where you are, how you got here, but you do know you're cold, scared, and this is... Oh. There you go.
Can we get out of the sack?
So to give it a try, just need you to pick a character, because it's a dramatic task, apparently.
I'll say.
Hmm. Just waiting on you to pick a character, which is absolutely fine. So, and the jock. Okay,
Yeah.
let's add the jock to the party sheet. We can reset the bennies. I think I've got one portrait. I think there's a noticeable lack of children portraits. I notice in in. You've got a better one, I'm sure.
Stick me with one.
And not everybody's me, where I just like I'll be scrolling and looking for and I'll see one. Oh, I might want to use that someday. So I've got this massive collection of portraits.
Not very jockey, but there you go. Wimpy to me, but that's fine. Okie
Anybody
dokie.
fetish?
You can, as I say, if you find a better one, feel free to update. So, okie dokie, it is going to be a dramatic task because you're all tied up. Well, you are all wrapped up inside a sack.
And we're all in the same sack, so.
You're all in the same sack together. So Joe gets to go first.
Now, right now, I know what dramatic tasks are, but I still don't understand how they work in Fantasy Grounds. So while we're doing it, you can explain it.
Well, basically, unfortunately, Fantasy Grounds doesn't have an easy a way to properly support multi-person dramatic tasks. It is configured to do single-person dramatic tasks. So basically, before you deal the cards, you right-click on each entry in the character sheet and select the dramatic tasks icon. And then when you deal the cards, it will deal cards out. And obviously, you make your rolls and I put the result in. At the end, it calculates how many successes each of you have had. It also brings up complications if you get a club card.
Yeah, I know that bit, but I'm just talking about how the combat tracker bit works. Because on your bit, you've got a bit on the player card, it's got the 10 of hearts, and then it's got a little box at the end. But on your one, it's got a little box underneath.
Yes.
And what does that mean?
It means I've turned on dramatic tasks.
What does it mean? What is that little box for?
It will show you how many how your successes. I think I don't know. I've never seen it from the player's point of view.
I'm talking about it from the GM's point of view.
Well,
Little box underneath the 10 of hearts.
That's where you put the result
Of this round.
Yes.
And then so what is the box at the end?
When you click the resolve button, that's how many successes you have.
Oh, so you do resolve at the end of it. At the end of what?
When the task ends, yes.
So the end of the task.
Yes.
Okay. Right. So I'm going to try and notice my way out of this backpack. Is that what I do?
You're going to notice your way out of the backpack.
I can find a how we're tied up or.
Yeah. Notice is absolutely allowed. In fact, you're spotting you're looking for a small hole to expand. Apparently.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Are you
or a freight or something? Are we tied up or are we just stuck in a box?
It doesn't say you're tied up. You're just wrapped. It just says you're stuck in the sack.
I'm looking for a way out.
Are you good looking?
Oh, look at that!
Yep.
He's very handsome. Joe's the most
very
handsome
good looking.
I suppose your Al's in here with you then. Actually, I suspect. No, I'm going to say your Al isn't with you. May or may not be useful, mightn't it? Julie, you're up.
Well, Julie's going to use her thievery skill. Burlap is a very loose weave fabric.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got 10-year-old fingers, so she's going to be poking her fingers through this loose weave on this fabric and trying to widen a hole big enough to... Okay. I can use thievery for that, right?
You certainly can. You can also try loosening the knot from within, but that's a 5.
Yeah, that's good enough.
That gets us to Jack.
Right. I'm going to try and use athletics to bring the knot down to where the hole is so we all can work on it directly.
Trying to work that one out.
So
The
like,
sack.
yeah. So I'm assuming that we're not tight in here. So if I can get enough of my hand out to pull.
Oh, I see what you
the
mean.
knot-
Sorry. Yes. Yeah. I understood. Yeah. Thank you. I couldn't work out the logic of what you were trying to say. I see exactly what you're saying. Go for it. Apparently, strength is allowed in a dramatic task. I did not know that. That's a success. You start basically You start trying to get outside. Yeah, get your arm through that hole that Joe found to see if you can free up the knot from the outside. And last but no means least, we have Nathaniel.
And Nathaniel is going to be using his repair to fix the tangle that this rope is obviously in. It's not a knot; it's just a tangle.
Okie dokie. Oh, that's. I like the dice color. I'm going to have to give you a Benny for the dice color. Very nice. Very, very good. That's a 10. Okie dokie. Right. You have plenty of time doing so. This is multi-person direct cast. Okay. Well, you basically you spotted the hole. You've got your hand out, edging out through the hole. Someone else is working on the burlap threads. Unfortunately, you're not free yet. Now, first is multitask without punishment. Multi-person recurring. Okay. There's no time limit. It's down to whether or not someone gets a club and fails, isn't it? Because then you all fail the task. Okay, so Nathaniel's up first.
Yeah, we're just going to continue fixing this tangle.
Oh!
Oh!
That's a failure, isn't it? Oh no, we did this. We had this the other day. What did we work out it was?
We just lose one success.
That's it. You lose one success. Thank you. I couldn't remember.
If you crit fail on a club, is the rule I had mistaken. If you crit fail on a club, then you're in trouble.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm afraid you have taken away one of your successes to get you down to one token. I can't modify, unfortunately. Can I? Oh, it just show. Actually, no, it does show you the current running. That square shows you the current running of successes, I should say. Joe, you're up.
Ba-da-ding.
So I did decide your owl wasn't inside the sack with you.
Ah, okay. Well, I'm going to make my owl come and start pecking at the bag. Or can I control the owl? Can I?
Well, it's a beast. You've got beast friend, I believe, haven't you?
I've got Beast Master.
Star.
Great movie. You have to take your shirt off though.
This is I gain an additional pet, so I should have 2 pets, right? I need a second pet. You have to work that one out.
You get 1 pet, but obviously you've only taken the Beastmaster Edge once. You don't gain additional pets. Take it a second time.
Well,
I'll let you off this time then.
Well, no,
knowing
you
the
start
rules.
with 0 pets. You start with 0 pets, and you gain an additional pet.
Point taken. He's on fire today, isn't he? But he is the nerd.
I'm gonna carry on picking the rope then, I suppose, with the notice looking for the weak spot.
But no, I mean you can use your bird, of course.
Can I? What's the bird gonna do? The bird's gonna start pecking. Athletics.
Well, go on then. 5. So that's 5 from yourself. That gets us to Jack.
Right. I'll use athletics again and try and.
Okay. That's a success. So the current score is Nathaniel's on 1, Joe's on 3, Jack's on 2, and last but no means is Julie. She's currently on 1 success.
Okay, now I've worked my fingers through this fabric, so now I'm going to catch some of these threads. You said we can use strength on a dramatic task?
Yes, apparently it says you can, ripping the burlap, yes.
Yeah, well, it's not as much ripping the burlap as pulling the threads as hard as I can to widen the gap.
Yep, go for it. That's a 7. Okay, now this is where it gets interesting. Requiring only 2 tokens per hero, which you have succeeded because you've got 2, 4, 6, 8 tokens. So there we go. And then you click the resolve, and that sheet tells you how many successes you've got. You see. But anyway, you've got 8 tokens, which is all you needed, 2 per player. So basically, you escape the burlap sack, and you get a chance to have a good look at your surroundings. You appear to be in a large room. It resembles a rustic log cabin. Support beams are painted to look like candy canes. One wall contains a lattice work of scroll tubes labelled A through Z. Z, of course. A large desk and comfy red velvet chair sit in front of a picture window. Outside the window is a vast snowfield with mountains in the distance. On the desk is a huge scroll, an old-fashioned inkwell, a quill pen, several candles. Across from the desk are double doors with golden handles. The entire room is festooned with garlands, tinsel wreaths, and other assorted decorations. But at this point, I'm supposed to give the players a moment to introduce their characters. So off we go. Starting with Julie. And you know how I do it, left to right.
I'm Julie. You'll get to know me. Might not like me, but you'll get to know me. Because I'm just a regular little bundle of joy, my parents say.
Okay, right. I'm just
Well,
sorting something out.
hello, Julie. I'm Nathaniel. You know how we got here? Because this is very confusing to me.
Some big monsters grabbed us from our sleep and stuck us in that bag and kidnapped us.
Description. Okay. Jack.
There's no such thing as monsters.
Shh! Don't tell everybody. It's no fun.
And we're obviously here because we're special in some way. So, or at least that's why I'm here. Anyway, I'm Jack. I am, without a doubt, the best athlete, best soccer player that you'll see. Unless you're watching professional football. But I'll be there someday too.
Last but no means least is Joe.
Tell me your eyes are brown.
Hello, my name's Joe, and I like animals. What are we doing in a sack?
Well, that's the question, isn't
Personal
it?
question, Joe.
Some of your memories are starting to come back. You were awakened soon after going to sleep by someone in your bedroom. First, you thought it was your mum or dad checking up on you until you saw the figure's glowing eyes, red face, and long horns. Before you could scream, the horned figure hissed, "Sleep." That's the last thing you remember.
A monster, just like I said, see?
So, what are our surroundings like? So we're in a large room, log cabin. Are there any other rooms?
Maybe through those doors.
Is there such a thing as a modern log cabin?
Actually, yes, there is.
Yeah, let's go to let's go to the doors. Try them.
There's loads of scroll tubes labelled A to Z. I'm going to go and look at the scrolls.
Gonna find your name in there.
Specifically, I'm going to go. Yeah, I was going to say I'm going to go look at the end of the scrolls.
I'm going to look at the J's since there's 3 of us have got J's.
Okay. Well, that really apparently comes down to whether or not you believe in Santa Claus, apparently. If your
Who's Santa Claus?
If your character believes in Santa Claus, apparently you will find on one of the scrolls in one of the scrolls with there's a scroll for each name, and looking through it, you will find a scroll that contains the life story of you and every other child, it seems, on the planet who believes in Santa Claus, sorted by last name. Magic scrolls are about 3 feet. These scrolls are about 3 feet long, but each scroll contains a child's entire biography. The doors appear to be locked.
Ooh, can I try, like, I don't have lock.
There's a big scroll up on the desk, of course.
Yeah, I'm not finding my name in the scrolls on the wall. I'm going to check out the scroll on the desk.
Okie dokie. The scroll on the desk.
I'm reading my life story.
The big scroll on the desk apparently it's labelled the naughty and nice list. It's written in very very fancy script, but every instance of nice has been harshly crossed out and replaced with naughty, written in crude, jagged block letters. Like biographical scrolls, the big list magically contains apparently everyone. Okay, it's everyone it needs to, but it only appears to be 10 feet long as you scroll through it. Can I have a notice check for whoever's looking at the scroll, please?
I'm gonna go look at the scroll too if it's got.
This time,
such
Noelle's
information in it.
discovered the doors are locked, so she's going to be checking the windows.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say that the
Julie's
doors are
name
locked.
Julie's
Yeah,
name is on
I would
the
let
list,
everybody
on the
know.
naughty
It seems
list.
to be locked. Sorry, I should have mentioned that.
And then
That's
she'll
only
start
Jack.
looking around for something she might be able to pick the lock with.
Okay, I'm gonna change that.
No, when I say that, as in everyone who was nice had it crossed out and had naughty written in crude, jagged block letters. Obviously, that's only people who were nice. Anyone who was already naughty has been left in the blindly written stuff. And I didn't hear. Sorry, I was typing something, so I didn't hear what you were saying.
I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna take the ink. I'm gonna cross out that name, and I'm gonna
Yes,
put it on the nice list.
it's very nice of you, isn't it?
Yeah, and then furthermore, where everybody has been crossed out, I'm gonna cross that out again and put nice.
Okie dokie. What are the rest of you up to? Sorry, you were talking, but I got myself distracted, so I didn't.
That might take me a while though.
Yes, it might take you a while. That's fine. Whether you get there or not's another matter, of course.
Julie's checking the windows to see if there's a way to get out them, and also keeping an eye out for something she can pick that lock with on that door.
Well, no, the windows appear to be firmly fastened. As you're looking around, you can see that both Jack and Nathaniel are sort of standing on that big, comfy chair to reach up to the desk. Lots of drawers that desk has, apparently. Well, there is a keyhole in the door, of course. No key in it.
Yeah, there's no key. That's why I'm looking around for something that I can use for a lockpick.
Oh, I see. I misunderstood. Well, yeah. Yes.
Given her skill set.
I understand completely. Looking around the desk, I'm sure you can find a collection of paper clips.
Well, a letter opener would be better because it's sturdier.
There would most certainly be a letter opener given whose desk it is and the amount of letters they get.
I would probably, snag the letter opener and go mess around with picking that lock.
Righty ho.
And tuck it in my bag because, letter openers make nice weapons too.
Julie has a letter opener, so there's a character sheet. Oh yeah, there are a couple of setting rules. One of the setting rules is improvised weapons. You don't have penalties for using improvised weapons. Adventure.
She now has a letter opener.
Okay, outside is a snowfield. Is it day or night?
Let's make it night.
Okay, in which case Nathaniel is going to look at the stars and
It would
try
have
to
to be actually
calculate.
because it's December and you're in your northern hemisphere, so it would be night.
And while we were kidnapped after we were asleep, so
Indeed.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that it's still nighttime though. I mean, there's no telling how long we were out.
Exactly.
Nathaniel is going to use the stars, the positioning of the stars, and things like that to see if he can determine where on the planet he is.
Okie dokie. Can I have an academics check or science check? Your choice.
Let's go ahead and Benny that. That's better.
Well, I would say the biggest the reason it took you so long, obviously, sort of enabling to the narrative of having to spend a penny. It takes you a little while because as you look out the window, wherever you look, you can't see the pole star until you really put your face up against the window and look vertically upwards. It is to be overhead, as far as you can tell.
We seem to be very, very far north.
That's as far north as you can go. If we go in any direction, we won't be going north. We have to go south.
Well, that
No matter what
under normal
direction we walk in.
circumstances that might be true, but then there's the difference between magnetic north and pole north, and then there's also the fact of exactly how close to that north are we. I mean, we could very easily be ending up going north for at least a little bit.
yeah.
play the bully
Julie
instead?
gets bored with the conversation and walks over and tries picking that lock. Do you need a thievery roll for lock picking?
I want to notice check before you give us your thievery check, please. Julie's notice is good. Okay, you can now do the. Okay. Sorry, it was technically only Julie, but I'll let you all roll anyway. Some of you, okay, right.
And I blow on the lock pick.
Yeah, the reason I wanted to notice check before you rolled the thievery check is you can hear someone's on the other side of the door.
Well, then I'm going to try to pick the lock.
Oh, nice.
Okie dokie. Okay. Well, when I say someone, something's on the other side of the door. It definitely appears to be making clanking sounds.
Yeah, and
But okay. At that point, you open the lock.
and I just push the door open just a couple of inches to see what I can see, if I can see anything on the other side without giving away that the door is open.
Well, you HFAT from then. I'm gonna. Okay, who got the raises? Jack got a raise. Joe, I'm going to say. Actually, I'm just going to deal you all in. That's the easy way to do it. So, okay, you open the door. Unfortunately, even though you're not surprised because you heard it, but that doesn't stop what's about to happening, and that is the fact that basically the second you open the door, what you see is you find yourself looking down the barrel of a gun with a cork in the end of it.
What?
And then
Who pulled the gun on us?
as the pop gun goes off, you duck as the cork with still attached a piece of string flies out of the gun, and basically misses you. However, the giant tin soldier frantically starts grabs hold of the end the cork at the end of a piece of string and starts trying to ram it back into the gun. Joe, what do you do? Hard. Joe's obviously surprised. Really, what do you do?
Julie is like the one that opened the door, so obviously he fired that gun at her.
Yeah.
So she's going to try grabbing a hold of the gun to wrench it away from him.
Okay, that sounds like an opposed athletics roll to me. Make an athletics roll, please. As you wrench the door open, you basically go for a grab for the gun. What you find appears to be a rather large toy tin soldier, a typical cliched toy soldier with a red jacket, white pants, black boots, tall black hat. Its smiling face has been painted with angry eyebrows to make it look like they're scowling with malevolent glee. However, you successfully grab hold of the rifle and basically got hold of the end of the rifle. Do you wish to make you haven't got there'll be an opposed strength test next round to pull the pop gun out of the soldier's grip. Do you wish to currently make him distracted or vulnerable? You are technically grappling with him.
Vulnerable. I got 3 little kids behind me.
Okay, Joe's still on hold unless he pops up soon. Nathaniel, you're up.
Nathaniel is going to duck past these two struggling people and see. Let's see what's beyond him. So let's go ahead and just duck past these two fighting over the cork gun and see what's behind him.
Okay. Beyond him. Okay. It looks like some sort of workshop in a T-shaped building. You appear to have walked the office. The office you've appeared to have walked door that you've appeared to walk out from is on the right side of the T, and or directly opposite you on the left side of the T, you can see an entry foyer with a coat rack near the entry foyer holding small coats, hats, and boots, just the right size to fit children. As you look south, for argument's sake, to the bottom part of the T is an immense workshop with rows of long tables and benches sized for someone very small. It's littered with various woodworking tools and partially constructed toys. The room is dimly lit by old-fashioned kerosene lamps, but it's dark and cold. A chill wind and snow blow in through a broken window.
Yeah, somebody set this up for child labor. Shame on them. Okay, I'm going to turn around and see about tripping
There's
this
making
soldier.
Lululemon stretch pants.
Okie dokie. So that sounds like an athletics test again. Oh, he did academics.
Oh, I did, didn't I? Let's try that again. Oh, even worse.
Oh, even worse. Well, obviously, you know what happens. You basically go barreling into the fight, and yes, I think I'm going to be really evil. So obviously, you go barreling into the fight. Unfortunately, with Julie and the tin soldier fighting over the pop gun, and you get in the middle, causing a kerfuffle, and the end result is Julie. Basically, you trip up yourself. You basically fall down. Julie and the soldier fall prone over you. However, of course, yeah, soldier does basically able to wrench itself free of the pop gun. Afraid to say, but the three of you are all lying prone upon the floor, and Joe's requested interrupt.
Yeah, I'm going to get my owl to swoop in and grab the gun.
Oh yes, I forgot about your owl. Sorry, Joe. Let me put it on the combat. Well, the toy soldier's still holding on to it.
Well, then the owl could, yeah. So what? So he's going to try and grab it. He's going to come in and grab it and fly off of it.
Okie dokie. Well, that would be an opposed strength test.
I'm not seeing my owl on the combat tracker.
Yeah, you got to remember that Owl be there.
Oh, that's terrible. Shoot the owl. I said strength if you were trying to grab it, but
It's
athletics.
athletics.
Yeah. You just tried. Okay, he's already vulnerable, so I assume you're going to distract him. As you go for the eyes, attitude, go for the eyes.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Sounds good to me. And what about yourself? Are you doing anything, or are you just staying back and just letting two do the work, which you're allowed to do, of course?
Yeah. Well, Joe doesn't like fighting, so yeah, he's just gonna do nothing.
Do you not like fighting?
He doesn't.
So I'm
Oh, yeah,
overriding.
he doesn't. Yeah.
I'm overriding with the pen, right?
Yes, you are at the moment.
I'm going to
Yes.
get some fresh ink on it,
Okay.
and I'm going to go over. And while the tin soldier's on the floor,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to change his angry eyebrows to happy ones using the quill pen, and give him a smile. See if that changes his attitude. I'm using cartoon logic. I don't know if it'll work, but that's what I'm going to do.
I absolutely love it. Okay. I think I think what we need to do. I absolutely have no idea what will happen there, but I think it's a brilliant idea. What I need is tables, and I think I think we'll just have to say is we're not entirely sure what's going to happen. So you better have to roll on this. See what
All right.
happens.
So, what am I rolling?
You should have just hit the roll button. I should have shared the table with you. Did you get it?
Yeah, I did. Just hit the roll
so just
button.
just hit the roll button. Well, there you go. You receive a Benny. I'm also going to say at the same time well, it's already prone, vulnerable, and distracted. So on the second round of combat, the Tin Soldier is actually, although the Tin Soldier got the Joker, it's literally very confused at the moment. It's sort of it doesn't know what to do at the moment. Jack.
All right. So, did that seem to work, or?
You don't know. It seems to be trying to get up still.
All right. So I'm just going to say, to the Tin Soldier, well, if that doesn't change your attitude, keep it up, and I'll put you on the naughty list. And then I'm going to go on hold and just see what he does.
Okie dokie. Julie, you're up.
Okay, now what's the position the soldier's in now? I had a hold of the end of his gun.
You had a hold of the end of his gun, but unfortunately Nathaniel came in, tripped up, knocked into you, knocked you and the soldier over, and the soldier got hold of the gun. The soldier's now basically the gun went flying across the room. I'm going to say into the T-shaped room, and
The owl got it.
You went for the eyes. In hindsight, Jack is sort of currently sitting on top of the Tin Soldier and drawing on the Tin Soldier's face. Effective.
I'm gonna stomp on the Tin Soldier right between the legs.
Okie dokie.
What kind of roll do you need for that?
Ooh.
Take the tin and the brass.
That'd be a straight. Well, first you'll get up from being prone, and then it would be a fighting roll, wouldn't it?
So fighting?
Could be fighting. Yep. You're not going to hit anything, so it's not a cool shot. There's nothing to hit, if that makes sense. Hey, you shook it. I'm going to go with the creative combat test. You shake the Tin Soldier. It's probably confused because it doesn't know what's going on. Joe.
What is Joe going to do? He's going to try and he's already vulnerable and he's already distracted, so I can't double distract him, can I? I have to give a support role to Nathaniel. Try and encourage him to get off his butt. I'm going to persuade him.
Please do. Well, I've noticed a bug.
It's me trying to make Nathaniel feel better about falling over.
Should it actually? Need to be range on the guns. I know this
Doesn't
was
matter.
just
Who's got the pop gun? On the floor, isn't it?
yeah. It's in the other. It flew into the other room.
So I'm going to put my support
Range
roll onto
3.
Nathaniel.
Okay.
Owlie is going to go and try and grab the gun that's on the floor and fly up high.
Okay.
yes,
So
the gun. Oh, yes, the gun.
okay. So basically, okay. That sounds good to me. Nathaniel, you're up.
Have you given him my support roll?
Who are you giving it to, Nathaniel?
Nathaniel, yeah.
He's got a +1. Yeah.
Okay, Nathaniel is going to stand up, and actually, Nathaniel's going to roll over. We're going to continue this dog pile. Go ahead and see if we can just keep this tin soldier on the ground here.
Okie doke. Let's have an athletics roll, please. You do know grappling someone is not combat, so you can sort of grapple people and trip people as a pacifist. You don't believe in actual violence, and you're a kid anyway. You will fight to protect yourself. Okie dokie. The shaken foe is shaken again. He's already distracted and vulnerable, so there we go.
Yeah, but now I have him pinned. Is what I was shooting for.
Exactly.
I have him
You
grappled.
do indeed. Okay. At this point, however, I am actually going to say he becomes completely inert.
Become inert.
Yeah, he stops moving and just lies there.
He became a nerd? Wait, that's my role.
Inert.
Have you ever met an Ert?
I think the confusion of having its smiley face replaced with a frowny face that was then replaced with a smiley face has overloaded it, and it's just basically kaput. It basically
Well-
there's a loud clonk, and it just seems to stop.
Thanks to my quick thinking, we defeated him.
Indeed, I very much like that. I do like that.
Yeah, he's boastful, if you haven't guessed.
No, but I like the idea. I grab it. So, Toot the Owl got the pop gun. So yes, so it appears to be a straightforward pop gun. However, I'll just close the MP by mistake. Tin Soldier. Done. I assume that's what the red square was. Maybe not. Yeah, so they're armed with toy rifles that shoot a cork on a string. However, someone shoved a nail through the end of the cork to make them be hurt if you're hit by the cork.
What a meanie. Who did that?
After each shot,
Nathaniel not so subtly looks over at Julie.
So that would technically be reload 2 then on a pop gun. Yeah, because it takes 2 actions. It takes 2 actions to.
The pop gun is an owl's got the pop gun. Is there another pop gun?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, right, to reload it's going to take 2 rounds. Can the owl reload it?
No.
Oh, it's rubbish, owl. He could bring it to me, though, and I could reload it.
Indeed.
Yeah. I think that's what I'm going to do. The owl's going to bring it to me. But
Do you want to
use it?
You're going to take the pop gun, are you?
yeah, I'll reload it and then I'll give it to someone else.
Let's configure a pop gun then.
Put it in the party sheet, yeah. And then, yeah, whoever wants it, I don't want it.
Not
Don't want
for
to hurt
me.
people.
I don't need a pop gun. I got a letter opener.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, there's a pop gun in the party sheet. Whoever wants
Oh
it.
yeah, and while we're in that little room with the scrolls, I'm going to get a couple of candles and stuff as well.
Okay. Well, kerosene lamps.
There was candles on the desk as well.
There were candles on the desk. I apologise. You were quite correct. And
Is there a
yes,
kerosene lamp? Who wants a kerosene lamp?
well, the next room over has kerosene lamp.
Hmm.
Jack.
Which scroll, an old inkwell, quill and pen, several candles. Yes, I'm going to grab a couple of candles. Is there any way of lighting the candles?
Kerosene lamps.
Kerosene lamps.
Okay, well, and
And
I'll
you gotta
get
walk
I'll
around
get a
with a
lamp
candle,
as well.
lit
Then
candle.
we're in the upper
Yeah.
room. I'll get a lamp.
So as I say, so as you basically step out, if you step out into the large T-shaped, well, the building's T-shaped, you step out from the right hand side of the T, looking across to an entry foyer with a coat rack with lots of brightly coloured coats, hats, and boots. In a red and green colour motif, really. The laces on the boots seem to be made of tinsel. The bottom part of the T is an immense workshop with long rows of work tables and benches sized for someone very small, littered with various woodworking tools and partially constructed toys. The room is dimly lit by an old-fashioned kerosene lamp, but it's dark and cold as a chill wind and snow is blowing in through broken windows. Very cold.
Is there a shutter on the window that we can close?
The glass has been broken in the window.
There's not
The
like a wooden shutter on it.
The shutters are external, aren't they?
Not necessarily, but they can be.
They can be, yeah. I'm going to say they're external on this one, just because it doesn't tell me.
Can we open the window and then pull the shutters and then close the window?
Probably can. Can I have notice checks, please? Jack is the only one to notice, and Nathaniel hadn't noticed. I failed to notice Nathaniel, and Jack noticed. What you do know as you're looking at the window and moving into the room, you spot out of the corner of your eye, down the far end of the room, you see movement and description of him. You suddenly see someone basically whatever the creature is. It suddenly realizes you've noticed it, yelps in panic, and starts running for the door. You can see it's about 3 foot tall. It's got warty skin. It appears to be green. Has really big ears and really sharp teeth and beady red eyes.
Does it look like the thing that kidnapped us? Or the last thing we remember before we got turned into turtles?
No,
Mr. Marbles?
Doesn't have horns.
See, I told you, child labor.
I must warn him! I must warn him! I must warn him! And he starts running for the door. What do you do?
Can we help you? How can we help you warn him?
He runs faster.
We better go after him.
Yep,
He's
I'm
the
going after
narc.
him. Are we doing a chase? Let's do a chase.
Let's do a chase. I was just thinking the same thing. Let's do a chase. Give me a second.
Is he running outside?
Yeah.
Ooh, snowballs. We'll take him down with a snowball barrage.
It's a good idea. I hadn't thought of that. No, it's going to be a chase through the workshop. You don't want to go outside just yet.
It is a North Pole. It's going to be very cold.
Where's that map? I lost that. Lost it.
You lost the map?
Especially
Well,
since
no,
it's
there aren't.
night.
It doesn't make any maps. So I just need something to. I know.
It's
Yeah.
it's going to be night all the time up here right now.
Exactly.
during Christmas, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was
I've
thinking.
got to go AFK for 5 minutes.
AFK for 5 minutes? AFK for 5 minutes? That's not allowed.
Sorry, while you're finding a map, I'll do that.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm only joking.
Well, if he's going, I'm going.
Yeah, let's all
'Cause
take
I need to go
everyone
pee.
take a 5-minute break, okay? Apart from Kevin,
Yeah,
who's got
everyone
to
take a
find a map.
5-minute break because I've got to find a map. That I could use for all the chases we're going to have. Oh, I prefer that one. Okay. Copy image. New. Paste that there. File. And no. Drop. Okay. File. Save as JPEG. I'm going to put that in. Sets. Images. Image record. Go. Side. For a grid. In your place. That sounds. Again. Close that. Zoom to fit again. There we go. 1. 3. 5. 7. Joker. There. Right. Players here on a station. People like that. Well, let's get this chase underway then.
Get this chase underway then.
Unfortunately, of course, you're at the very. Oops. Move Julie down. Julie's T. Maybe I should change the tokens to match your names. Hang on. The tokens were originally down for your classes, and for some portraits don't work as blimmin'.
Which is part of why Nathaniel chose N for his.
He's a nerd, yes. So
Because
okay,
he was
so
trying to
We
make it
should've
easy on the
chose
GM.
J. You should have chose J.
Because he was trying to make it easy on the GM. How many times do I have to say that?
I think he's tried to. Are you sure you weren't the teacher's pet there? Actually, no. It's gonna get. You're gonna have 3 J's on this map. You know. I've just realised.
I know. I know.
No,
That's
why I
who
told
knows?
you.
Why don't them portraits work as tokens?
Because they're portraits, not tokens.
So
Hold on a minute.
I did
you
the same, Nathaniel.
Did.
I only changed 1 letter from my class to my name.
Oh well, we'll just have to hover over people.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hang on. Let's have a look at what tokens have we got. I don't think I've got many children. In fact, all I get is I get some very interesting. They've got some very interesting ideas of what kids are. Yeah, don't have any. Oh well. Anyway, Gutbug gets to go first. He gets to make an athletics check.
Oh no.
Oh dear, this might be a very short chase.
I'm going to anti-Benny that.
I'm going to put him there. I'll retcon it and have him there. He should have been only 2 squares ahead of you. So up first is Joe. Unfortunately, Joe, Jack, Julie, and Nathaniel, you've basically got unfortunately, you've got to deal with the fact that there's a bunch of tables and everything in your way that are causing a complication just as you start, which is very unfortunate. It's just how the cards
Complications
came
with
out.
the complications.
Yes. So so Joe, you get to make an athletics check with a -2 as a free action to basically avoid the complication. It's possibly, I'm going to say what actually happened is this individual through actual fact, I know what he did. He basically he grabbed as they started running and saw you coming after him. Basically picked up a box of something from one of the tables and threw it on the ground behind him. The cardboard box hit the ground. It scattered open. The whole ground ahead of all 4 of you is now strewn with sharp metal nails. There's a -2 on that, so I'm afraid that's still a failure.
Ugh.
I can never remember. I think you just get bumped, don't you, on a critical failure in the chase? You don't get out of control.
Critical failure on a manoeuvring roll.
So we have a manoeuvring roll set up. Critical fail. Walking. Roll a die. Okay, so you roll a die. Any dice you like. We're just caring about whether it's even or odd. Not a skill, as in pick up a die from the table. A 1. Okay. Even, you lose the rest of your turns, you stumble. Odd, I'm afraid, basically, as you start running across, you feel a very sharp pain in your foot and a nail goes right into the sole of your foot, causing a point of fatigue.
Oh dear. Well, and my owl isn't complicated by these complications. The owl is going to go off after this.
Indeed.
Bug.
But you still get to do your action. You just have a point of fatigue because you basically trod on a nail.
Going to try and move, that's all.
You can still move because you suffer a point of fatigue on an odd number. On an even number, you lose your turn. But it doesn't say you can't continue the chase. It's just you.
Ouch, my poor foot.
Yeah, exactly. So you now get to make an athletics roll as per usual. I'll put Toot on the map. Toot.
Or I can do that.
No.
Or you can critically fail again. Okay, you get to roll
no.
another dice.
Stop doing that, Joe.
You know what you've done?
I got the triple one. That means I get a house point and 15 bennies.
He hasn't been blowing in his dice.
He hasn't been playing on his dice. What that actually means is basically, while hopping around on a foot from getting a nail in it, you land on the Lego brick.
A Lego wheel, the old ones with the spikes on them.
Yeah, and now you basically so now
Got a
you've
nail in
now
one foot and a Lego wheel in the other. Brilliant.
you have now taken 2 points of fatigue. Mind the bumps and bruises.
Landed on a D4.
Yeah, possibly. Toot's up.
Toot's up. Toot is going to go after this guy and try and slow him down.
Toot has a flight of 24. Toot is faster than so he gets.
The Toot's going to fly up to him using the free maneuver. Doesn't cost me anything, and I'm not distracted by furniture. And he's going to make a fighting roll to try and.
He's got to catch him first.
Okay, well, how am I going to not catch him?
Because it's a chase and distances are relative, and he might be running under tables. So I do know. Is it +1, +2? Isn't it? If you're twice as fast, it is now. You get Toot gets a +2 modifier on his athletics roll. I'm going to say because I can't be bothered. That's a 4. Toot basically, although is not hampered by the nails, is hampered by the confined space of the creatures ducking under tables and everything, so it slows him down, but he gets to there. Jack, you're up. First things first, you've got to avoid those bed of nails on an athletics check. Doesn't say you've got to. Oh, didn't say you had a complication. You should have done. Oh no, it's club. It's a club if you're dealt it, isn't it? It's only Joe had the complication. I'm forgetting the card. I always get this wrong. The card on the chase tracker decides the penalty if you're dealt a club. So what I will do is because I screwed all that up and Joe got sniped for it. I shall give Joe a Benny by way of apology because of course what he should have done was choose to try. He could have spent a Benny to get a different card and not have a complication. Jack, however, doesn't have a complication because obviously the nails are nowhere near him. Sorry about that. Over to you, Jack.
Right. Way good lovely. I am going to I think I'm just going to run full out. I've got a running die of a higher running pace. Excuse me, I got a running die of D8.
Okay, so if you're going to go full out running, so you are faster than him, gets you +1. You're faster than that's +1. You're spending your whole turn trying to chase him. That's +2. That's an athletics roll with a +3.
Go, baby, go.
Which gets you 2 squares. But that's all you're doing. You're just pumping as fast as you can to get to there.
Yep.
Okie dokie. That gets us to Julie.
How far ahead of us is he feet-wise?
20 feet.
Okay, well, that's quite a throw, but what I want to do is, before I chase after him, is scoop up a handful of these nails and try to throw them in front of him. Can I do that?
20 feet's probably a bit too far. You could, if you get a raise on your athletics check without going all out, and then 10 feet, I'd say is probably practicable. Yes.
So, is there a penalty on the athletics?
There's no penalty on your athletics roll. You just don't get the +2 bonus for going all out.
Did you say something about getting a raise? I can then get up close enough to throw nails in front of him.
Basically, if you got the raise, which is what you did, you get to be 10 feet away, so you can basically so you want to throw a box of nails. So just make a athletics check. You're going to need a 6. I'm going to classify it as medium range.
Okay, then I will Benny it one time.
Okay. Oh, that was a good
It
idea.
is what it is.
You see that 6 to change its mind at the last second.
Yeah, well, it happens.
Nathaniel, you're up.
Okay, Nathaniel is going to jog forward. This will not be his action, so it's just a basic athletics check.
Yes, you do get a +1 bonus. You're all faster than Gut Butt.
Wow.
Okay, so you jog forwards to there, meaning you're only 10 feet away from Gut Bug.
Which puts him within range for my confusion. I'm going to start spouting mathematical things at him as how something that small cannot be that fast.
Okie dokie, go for it. Yes, I forgot. Don't forget, you're all gifted. You do have a power.
Let's Benny that.
Okay, you hit him with a confusion, which means he's instantly. Now I've got to check this because
No. He gets a smarts roll.
Yeah. This is it. This is it. You get so used to one rule set because the rule sets are different now. He makes it.
He understands that what I'm talking is gibberish. Oh well.
I'm gonna say he turns around and shouts back, "And do it, it's 4." Joe, you're up.
Spouting Trecnobabble at him.
Yeah,
Rearrange
something
the
like that.
Deflector shields to encase his warp bubble.
I'm going to. I think this works. Will healing remove fatigue?
It will
Magical
today.
healing.
It will today.
What do you mean? It doesn't normally?
No, you need to. No, the only way to relieve fatigue normally is an hour's rest.
That's terrible. What's the point of being a wizard if you can't even heal yourself?
You're not a wizard. You've just all got these.
A wizard.
You're a wizard, Joe.
Harry. That's one of the things I hate about.
Arr.
It's actually worse than getting a wound.
Fatigue is worse than getting a wound. I mean, the relief spell lets you negate a point of fatigue, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it doesn't take it away anymore.
No. There used to be the succor power, didn't there, that used to take it away.
It's not working. Okay, I'm not spending any more bennies on that.
We don't.
So he's not doing anything. Standing there, jumping from one foot to the other. Right, the owl is doing something now.
Toot gets plus Toot get okay. So Toot gets a +2 bonus on athletics. If Toot wants to just dedicate his whole action to flying, that doubles up to +4. He can't do anything else if he, you know what I mean. Which he can't anyway. So he might. What I'm trying to say is he might as well just do the plus double up because you need to be on the same row to engage in melee attacks. Okie dokie. That brings us to Julie.
Athletics to move forward, right?
Yeah. So as I say, if you get the raise, you can engage in melee with the chap, assuming you don't use the +2. You also get a +1 because you're faster. There you go.
Okay, and then I'm going to tackle him.
You're going to tackle him.
I'm running out behind him. I take a flying tackle at him from behind. What do you need?
Athletics. Okay, you grab hold of him. Do you want to distract him or make him vulnerable?
They're catching up, make him vulnerable.
Okay, you make him vulnerable. As you basically fly into him in a good tackle, and the two of you go down.
The scrawny little girl is way meaner than any of you guys are.
I mean, yeah.
Pre-puberty, girls are stronger than boys, aren't they?
I don't know.
I think so.
I think there's so much overlap it doesn't really matter except at the extremes.
Yeah. Jack is up.
Yeah. Do I have to do a full out run to catch up to him?
Well, put it like this: if you don't do a full out run, if you do a full out run, you get a +3 bonus. But of course, you can't do anything else. If you just want to take a free action run, it's a +1 bonus because you're faster than he is. But if you get the raise like Julie did, you can still act when if you're in the same boat as him. Otherwise, of course, you can perform a ranged action anyway. So it's your call. But it's if you go all out run like you did before, that's all you do. You basically just
Okay.
concentrate.
I'll just do a regular run then.
Okay, so it's an athletics with a +1 bonus because you are faster than he is. He's diving under. Well, he was diving under chairs and tables and benches and all that, but Judy just sandbagged him. The two of them got down.
There we go.
Okay, so that gets you to there for all intents and purposes.
All right. I grab a string of Christmas lights and I begin to truss them up.
Okie dokie. I'm going to say that, yeah, because obviously I said he's down at the moment. That would be opposed athletics because he is vulnerable, but of course, because Julie's holding on to him. But at the same time, of course, he ain't going to let you just truss him up. He's kick and bite and
Wouldn't
spit at
expect him
you.
to.
No. So that'll be opposed athletics. I say opposed athletics. Your athletics is agility.
Do I need to target him?
I've targeted him for you. That's it easy on these small comp. Oh! I'm afraid he basically although Julie's holding on to it, he's screaming, spitting, and roaring loudly, and basically,
now, can I Benny that? And if I Benny it, do I have to beat an 11?
You have to beat an 11, yes.
Why did it not re-roll the 6?
The 6. Hang on. I'm watching the replay. Oh, it's a long way behind. Obviously, it might have shown as a 6, but here we go. It looks like it wasn't a 6. It looks like it was a 5, believe it or not.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Looking at the replay. I thought it was as well, but okay.
Is boost trait? Wait. I'm not done yet. Is boost trait a free?
No, they're actions.
Okay.
Sorry.
Is he grappled because I tackled him from behind, or
He is? Yeah.
Does he get a -2 or anything?
He should have the. Actually, yeah. You only need a 9 because he is vulnerable, isn't he? Which means you get.
I can make a 9. Okay, that's enough.
Okay,
I don't have to do it. I don't have to be the hero.
Okay.
I mean, I am obviously, but
well, obviously, yes. So where's Judy? Judy is there. So he is on his chart. He gets a choice of using athletics. He's going to try and break free from your. You have got him grappled, so he's going to try and break free on his go, getting a 4 to your 10. Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
I got him, guys.
In fact,
actually, I'm going to say with that raise, you've got him bound, so that is where we can end the chase. But Nathaniel will let you have your action. But after this, the chase is over.
Well, Nathaniel
give
is going
him the
to
people's
continue.
elbow. Nathaniel.
Now, Nathaniel had his burst of speed. He's not very athletic, so he's just going to kind of stumble forward a little bit more and say, "Okay, good, you got him."
Yeah, I love it. No. Clear.
I'm gonna pull these nails out of my feet and then.
Right, turn off chase mode.
Yeah, that nails in your feet wreck your stealth rolls.
Right.
From miles.
Now you guys get the idea that Julie has this troublemaker label for a reason, right?
Not anymore. I put you on the nice list.
He did. He actually found your name and put you on the nice list. Okay. Right. So you have the goblin on the floor. You are able to truss him up with the Christmas lights.
And I stick my letter opener to his throat and go, "Who were you going to tell?"
Oh my goodness.
Dear me.
I don't stick it in his throat. I stick it to his throat. I saw that in a movie once.
I know, but it's a bit drastic.
We want him to tell us, right?
But just ask him, see if he'll tell you.
I poked the letter opener, just poke it a little bit. Well, who are you going to tell?
Hey, well, you don't have intimidation, so let's see how persuasive you can be. I'll give you a +2 bonus for the night. So, letter opener. Oh, don't worry about the opponent.
My dice are kind of on fire today.
They are. He's still targeted, but that's okay. Yeah, no, basically, he's so cowardly. I noticed something just after I told you to roll, but it doesn't matter because you rolled really well. He's so cowardly. The second you have threatened him, he spills his guts immediately. Krampus! I was going to tell the Krampus.
Krampus ain't no more real than Santa Claus.
Then
What
you
is-
are in for a surprise.
What are you saying, Julie? We're in the North Pole.
Krampus, he's captured Santa Claus and locked him away for good. He stole Santa's wand of the winter winds, and now the Krampus runs the North Pole. Krampus has claimed Santa's house for himself, trapping Mrs. Claus with him. The elves refuse to work for Krampus and have barricaded themselves inside the barracks. The flying reindeer have been sealed inside their stables so they'll starve, then be a tasty meal for us goblins.
Oh no.
Nutbag, the goblin, has a iron key on a chain.
Oh, I lift the key.
Big and heavy.
And your point would be?
I'm saying
So
it's
hey, this Mrs. Claus or whatever, does she have food there? Because it's been a long time since dinner and I'm like starving.
well, indeed.
Let's go
Yes.
save her first. Maybe she's got cookies.
Well, yeah. I mean, we prefer reindeer, so I don't know if she's got cookies. Well, we're looking forward to it.
And I look at him and I go, "You say you're going to eat reindeer one more time, and I'm going to poke your eyes out with this letter opener."
Party sheet, party sheet, party sheet, party sheet. Add item. Large iron key to Julie. Okay.
Somebody's
told
looking
you
around
everything.
for something to stuff in his mouth so he can't scream out for help while we're going and searching. Stuff. Hey, is there a box in where we can stuff him in a box or something?
I think I'll rescue Santa.
Well, we got to make sure this guy don't follow us.
Yeah, but we need to go rescue Santa. It's Christmas Eve.
So, is there like crates or anything in here we can stuff this goblin into to make sure he doesn't escape and get to?
Yes, I think. Why not? Why not? Indeed. As I say, there's various tools and toys in the workshop. Looking around you can see chisels, screwdrivers, wooden posts, nails, jacks.
No, Julie finds a wooden crate and
wooden crate.
has the guy's helper lift him in the crate and then nails the lid shut.
What? No, Julie, no.
I glare at you. You've
So
been no help
drastic.
so far. You just step off, Bubba. Can I keep the hammer?
Yes, you want the hammer.
Well, actually, I go, "Hey, when do you guys want this hammer? Because if we meet this Krampus guy, you guys might need something. Look around."
I'm going to look for a first aid kit
This day and age in health and elf and safety, I'm sure there is one.
Elf and safety. ELFIN.
Yep.
Elf and safety.
So I'm going to spend some time healing myself.
Well, you'd have to. What I will say is there is a first aid kit, and you can. Yeah, there's a first aid kit inside. Inside, there appears to be some strange little red vials of liquid that have. But basically say don't drink me on them at the moment, and also there appears to be a number of cookies in there that say eat me.
Okay, I'm going to eat a cookie then, but grab one of the red vials at the same time.
Did you?
Yeah,
Did
for
you ever read
just for
Alice in
future
Wonderland?
reference, it should just be magic cookies at the North Pole.
Yeah.
Did you
not
eat a
read
magic
Alice in
cookie?
Wonderland?
Okay, in that case, I agreed. Yeah, some of the cookies say "Don't eat me," and other cookies say "Eat me." Eat
I'm
one
going to
of
eat the
the
ones that say
cookies.
eat me. Yeah.
You eat one of the cookies that says "Eat me." You feel a little better.
Excellent.
Oh, that's nice.
I
Completely
realize you
better.
have
Fix
no
it.
idea what that was laced with, right?
So yeah, sugar plums. So if we get this, if I remember correctly, we're not supposed to get water on the goblin.
That's gremlins.
Okay, sorry.
Know your monsters. You know those things you don't believe in.
Does anyone wish to take anything from the workshop?
What have they got?
Well, as I say, various toys and toys and all over the place.
Yeah, Nathaniel wants a screwdriver, a hammer, and a chisel.
Is there any toy bow and arrows around here?
Daniel.
Who took the pop gun? Okay, I'm just going to say there's, yeah. Oh, hang on, I can't remember.
Oh,
Is there a bell?
Yeah.
You want a bell, do you?
Something that makes a noise, yeah.
You gonna run around and give angels wings as you go.
And Julie nabs a jump rope.
Oh, that's good. So Nathaniel, you ought to go over to the electronics sections and get a couple soldering irons and some breadboards.
No, I'm not sure if we'd have time to put together any kind of decent electronics. I just figured with the hammer and nail, or with the screwdriver and hammer, I've at least got a chance at taking something apart.
And we've got a jump rope now too, Doswell.
Yeah, well, hang on. That's a good idea. I like that. Give me a sec. I'm just setting stuff up.
Do they have like a Teddy Ruxpin doll that or one of those remember back in Home Alone when they released that recording device?
Furby.
Oh, yeah, Furby.
Hi kids, I'm home early. Remember that? The Home Alone like recording device that he could use to play back recordings.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab one of those.
Okie dokie. That's going to be a big weapon. Its damage is tangle. And I know Elspeth very well. And when she wants a jump rope, it isn't because she can skip with it, tie people up with it. There is one jump rope that is strength plus D4 for each one weapon that on a race entangles people.
I can also use it to strangle people.
Indeed, but also also can be used as a whip. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm adding them to the party sheet. What does anyone else want? Sorry, I noticed someone took the jingle bells. Joe took the jingle bells and a screwdriver. Anything else? There's boxes of nails, and also there's you notice there's a few sets of ball and jacks as well.
Oh, those things are deadly. Those are better than caltrops.
Yeah, I got a few of them in my foot a minute ago. Yeah, they're brilliant.
There's 4 balls and jacks. There you go. When scattered on the floor, it creates difficult terrain in a small bursting point. That maps is. Anything else?
Well,
I'm
like I
looking
said,
for
Nathaniel
something-
wants to pick up a small selection of tools so that he can have them for taking apart or putting together things.
Slingshots. They've got to have slingshots around here. Those are great presents.
Funny enough, they don't. Well, I don't believe Santa would condone the things that are actually designed to be weapons, as it were.
Well, there was something you guys are probably all way too young to remember this, but when I was a teenager, they had these things out. I forget what they call them, but they were 2 really hard plastic balls on the end of the strings, and the idea was to get them going really fast and keep knocking them against each other, etc. They took them off the market when kids were getting some serious damage and bruising to their lower arms, but those could be used in so many ways.
Yes. They were
Deadly.
basically bowlers. Bowlers.
Basically,
Yeah.
and now you guys get how quickly all these things turn into weapons in my mind. It gives you a picture of the kind of childhood I had, right?
Yeah, but don't forget. I mean, I can't remember which year it was. And in today's money, the set would have cost 550 quid. But you could buy a Doctor Radiation set with real gamma, beta, and alpha radiation inside it.
Oh, we could buy all
And a
kinds of
Geiger
chemistry.
counter.
Really
And a Geiger
dangerous
counter.
chemistry sets when I was a kid because,
Yeah.
well, it was just science, right?
Yeah. Oh, the chemistry. One of the chemistry sets back in the day apparently had asbestos in it.
Yeah, there's when I
Yeah.
think of the number of things that were sold as toys when I was a kid that wouldn't be allowed on the market now.
You're looking for lawn darts?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I
lawn
remember
darts. I could, but the slipper
Actually, croquet.
Slipper
Croquet is a
site's
lovely.
been banned as well.
Croquet is a lovely, peaceful game, and the mallets, you could mash somebody's head in a heartbeat. Whap them with one of them balls. Those hurt, too.
Just like in The Shining,
I have to say, actually,
the book, not the movie.
UK saying
Baseball
croquet.
bats. Are there any baseball bats here? I want a baseball bat.
No.
You're not giving me any good stuff here, dude.
You've got a letter opener and a whip. What else do you need?
A baseball bat?
You saying croquet?
Sponge baseball bat made out of
I'm not going to
foam.
get this out. I'll give up. I'm giving up now.
Oh, sorry, Kev.
I'm joking. You say
Go on, say it. Sorry. Go on.
I'm going to hit you in a minute. I don't know where you live, but I'm going to find you and hit you. Only joking, obviously. Violence is not never a real solution in real life. You say croquet mallets and croquet lawns, and suddenly got a picture in my head. I'm going to have to do Pride and Prejudice with zombies one day, aren't I?
Didn't they make a movie
That's
of
a
that?
fun movie.
There is a movie of that, isn't there? Pride
I
and
know.
Prejudice and Zombies or something.
Yeah, but you just say that. It's just we've got to do. I'm going to have a very English tea party with you playing croquet on the lawn with zombies. But that's by the by.
Well,
Anyway,
What's the
you
one they
Brits-
did with
you
the? What's
Brits
the one
play
they did with the
croquet.
Innsmouth Shadow over Innsmouth monsters?
oh yes, yeah,
Something in Sea Monsters. Sense and Sensibilities in Sea Monsters. That's what it was.
yeah. They're public domain, the books now, so people can get away with
Yeah.
that sort of stuff. So, right, looking outside the workshop you're in, you can see the night sky is lit up by an eerie glow of the aurora borealis, blazing blue and green overhead. But you can also see it's very cold and heavy snow is falling. Despite the lack of light,
Borealis comes in view.
Despite the lack of light at this time of year, it's only dim outside because of the aurora borealis and the lamps on the buildings. Very cold.
Didn't you say when we came in here, there's like rows of jackets and stuff hanging? Are
I
they?
did
It was
indeed.
for small people, but are there like any big enough there for any of us?
Well, funny enough, you are small people, aren't you?
Yes, we are.
I shall add them to this party sheet. There we go.
I would give me some boots and.
Yep,
Started
unless you
out with
bundle
no
yourself up,
equipment.
unless you bundle yourselves up in the elf hat, coat, and boots from the workshop, I get to make you enjoy the fun and games of hypothermia. But fortunately, if you're all wearing your hat, you've got to have all three for the record. You've got to wear your elf hat, your elf coat, and your elf boots, all with little tinkly bells on them.
I remembered you mentioning those.
I'm going to go with the very traditional idea of Santa. Then it's all sort of woodeny, homemadey toys. But I do like your Talk Boy type app after all. So there is. It's not an electronic one. There's possibly a cowboy doll with a drawstring on the back and a plastic record.
I'll take that.
There's a snake in my boots.
I can't believe Santa doesn't have any baseball bats or cricket bats. Come on.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, hang on.
I mean, those are popular sports worldwide.
I can see the point.
What about a toy car or a toy train?
Toy baseball bats made out of foam.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
that's not a bad idea. That's what I should have done.
Perfect.
Yes, we should have Nerf guns too.
You can set up all kinds of distractions with that stuff. Excellent.
Oh, I don't know about in your part of the world. Did you guys play dodgeball in gym class in school? They have these soft red rubber balls.
Oh my God, those things will do awesome
Those
damage.
soft red rubber balls.
Okay.
Depending on who was
But
on the whipping end
the
of
problem
it.
is though, it's a test, and if they catch it and hold it, you're out.
Very nice.
None of us ever left our childhoods.
Got one dodgeball.
Oh, I got it now.
Sure, you don't want to give that to the athlete.
Oh, the brown-eyed athlete.
Jack the Jock.
That is true. Is there a football there?
Anything, football, soccer ball.
You see, Kevin, the problem you have is not so much running kids through these games, kid characters through these games. It's running Jelsa. Poor Elspeth just ruins all of this stuff.
How's ruin? I mean, I'm in touch with my inner child.
I'm going to assume by football you mean a rugby ball.
Well,
Yeah.
I was. Yeah, that'll be fine too.
Yeah,
could throw
because
that
that's
pretty
more
far.
missile-like than a
That's what I figured. Yeah, that's what I figured. You see.
The
So
other
do I have
hand,
to-
croquet balls are really small and really hard, just like baseballs. Those would hurt.
Well, croquet
or
balls.
cricket balls. You don't want to get beamed
Yeah.
by a cricket ball.
Um,
Those suckers hurt.
there you go.
Football. All right. Oh, it's a weapon. What do you know?
Well, given that you're using them against tin soldiers and goblins, you know what I mean? They're not very,
Yeah,
that's
fine.
You could use it as a weapon. You don't have to use it as a weapon, is what I'm trying to say. I'm assuming you'll be like throwing it to basically, into someone rather than it. Okay, so.
And look at it this way, the additional planning time and searching for appropriate weaponry ensures that you'll get past 2.5 hours today.
What I'm actually going to say is you spend so much time going through the workshop and finding toys that an hour has passed and Joe's other point of fatigue goes away.
Yay.
Thanks, guys.
So as you basically, eventually when you step outside, you easily see 4 buildings arranged in a rough square, about 20 yards across. Aside from the huge T-shaped workshop behind you, to your left is a fancy Victorian-style house with a wraparound porch. It's decorated for Christmas. Only the decorations are shredded and in disarray, and the house is dark. Directly across from you is a long, low building, almost completely buried by ice and snow. To the right is a small, steep-roofed house with a lone candle burning in the window on the 2nd floor. Dead center between all of the buildings is an ice-draped sign shaped like a candy cane.
Well, the long, low building buried in snow must be where the reindeer are being starved to death. I'm wondering if the candlelight is Mrs. Santa Claus. Maybe we can go see if she's got some cookies or something. Hot chocolate would be good about now.
Yeah, I guess we can continue feeding into this delusion. Let's go rescue, and I use the term loosely, Mrs. Claus.
Again. I will get there in a second. I didn't mean to.
She's probably somebody's old
Stop spamming chat, Kevin.
And old grandmothers can get a little
up.
delusional.
Okay, I'll try that again. Just trying to give you some descriptive so you can go back to it later. Definitely, I don't Notepad++ loaded, so I can't just Control J the text. There we go. Just to make it look better, I would probably that might be that's probably that might be this one might come out a bit. No, it doesn't make much difference. Anyway, there you go. So where do you wish? So there we go. So you, as I say, there's a Victorian house to your left. Directly opposite you is a low building, almost completely buried in ice and snow. To the right is a small, steep roof house with a lone candle burning.
I think we need to investigate who's burning that candle.
Dead center between all the buildings is an ice-draped sign shaped like.
Little toy trains, little toy trucks, carried by a man dressed in white and red. Little boy, don't you think it's time you were in bed?
Make note of the time for the copyright strike later.
Well, if anybody remembers that song,
yeah. If it's more than 50 years old, we're okay, isn't it? Because that's a long.
Oh, it's not. It's not quite more than 50 years old, but it might be.
Okay.
Yeah, they should definitely fix that copyright stuff so it's expires after 5 minutes because it's ridiculous. This song written in 1422 is copyrighted by go away.
Well, actually, most copyrights are good for 50 years after the death.
It's 75.
Yeah.
Actually, it's thanks to Disney. It's 75 years.
Well, written copyright for a writer, it's good that so your heirs, the people that you leave your
People that you leave your things who should learn how to write and make their own money.
The only exception I know of is, of course, Peter Pan, isn't it? Because Jan Barry stipulated that all royalties from the sale of that book would go to Women's Hospital, Royal Bath Hospital in the UK, and they did something to basically ensure the copyright didn't expire, so the hospital still gets all Pan this day. That's the only exception I know of where they sort of extended the copyright permanently. Anyway, where
I've just been sorry. I just went to the Pinnacle website to buy this story you're doing, and I've got a $75 store credit.
That must be because you've kickstarted something.
That's cool, isn't it?
Well, it's what you need. You've used their game change. What was the latest one they just did? The horror companion. I think if you did the horror companion, what that is to do is that's to basically you use that voucher to, because you have to go on. They should have had an email that tells you go onto the website, go and click on the books that you ordered as part of the game changer that you pledged for, and then you use that voucher to actually buy the books so you don't get charged for it. So if you've just used their credit for something else, you'll have to pay a bit extra.
I'm not going to use it. No, I'll use it for something. I'm not going to bother with the $3 thing.
No, it's going to be for a game changer you did to get the books and stuff.
Yeah, it's probably the Pine Box horror
If you
thing.
spend it now, you won't have it for because they just make the Pine Box available?
The horror companion and Pine Box one, yes, because I did it a couple of weeks back.
I need to go.
Talking of Kickstarters and stuff, my physical copy of the Blade Runner RPG ended up yesterday. So
yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll be savaging that at some point. Anyway, where we headed?
Really?
Oh yeah. It's the only reason I buy him, to savage him.
Although I like what the Free League has been doing with those movie titles. They put systems in there that lend itself to the genre, and I think they're very good at that. I do like what they do.
Oh, I agree, but because obviously I'm a one-trick pony and I've got the Savage Worlds rule set, I just savage everything.
Right? Yeah. No, that's fine. I understand that.
Anyway, on a completely separate note, I think I'm up to 250 AD&D monsters I've added in for our Spelljam.
Have you really?
Converted 250 plus, I think now. Based on the number of tokens I've created, tokens for everyone as well. Obviously, it's something I can't share, which is a shame. Well, I could, I suppose, because I just have to strip out all the descriptions and everything, don't I, and the graphics, and just have a module which is just the stats, because you can't copyright the stats of a monster. I can't give you any of the blurb, which you have to get anyway from somewhere else. But anyway, where are you headed? To the Candle, the iced up building, the Victorian house, or the ice draped sign in the middle of the square?
Julie ain't waiting on any of them. She's going to check out where the light is.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, that's the only that appears to be the only active thing. So yeah, I think that's a reasonable place to start.
Okie dokie. Kind of notice checks as you head towards the lone house. So the candy cat, well, Gutbug. Where's Gutbug still on combat tracker? Gutbug, you tied him up. There we go.
Tied him up and nailed him in a wooden crate.
Okie dokie. The candy cane sign, as you happen to notice as you walk by it, although it's covered in ice and everything, you can just make out that the sign before it was covered in ice read the North Pole. In addition, as you get closer, as you get to the North Pole sign, you could see that the The house with the candle on it appears to have been barricaded from. Sorry. No, it's barricaded from in, so you wouldn't see that. However, you can see. You can see there appears to be 2 tin soldiers standing guard outside the door.
Where's the window with the candle in relationship to the door?
It's a window on the second floor, so it's going to be on the same on the front side, where the same as the door is.
Then Julie's gonna whisper to the jock, "Hey, if you're so athletic, can you climb?
Yes, of course I can.
If I
can climb
distract
anything.
these two big dumb hunks of metal by the door, can you climb up to that window?"
Oh, sure. No problem.
Okay, then Julie has a skill called provoke.
Mm-hmm. That's a taunt, isn't it? You use taunt for a test. If you get a raise, you provoke one of the foes.
Pardon?
It's a taunt. So you basically taunt them, and if you get a raise on your taunt, you provoke the foe, and therefore the enemy suffers a -2 penalty to attack any other target apart from yourself.
So if I go running up there and I hit them each with a snowball, yelling at them, "Hey, you guys can't catch me, you big dumb hunks of metal."
Duty
I'll
breath.
Benny that. I'll Benny that.
Poopy legs.
Oh, for
Okay.
first it's all Himiny.
Okay, so basically you go charging up throw the snowballs. As you go to throw the snowballs, you slip on a patch of ice. Your legs come out from under you, and you basically go flying up. You land flat down on your back, knocking the wind out of yourself. And then as you look up into the sky with the heavy snow falling down, you see the 2 snowballs come pummeling down towards you, and they both pelt you in the face. Jack, you're up.
I say, nice distraction, and I go over to the window. As I go to the window, I'm using boost trait.
Okie dokie. I put you on hold, Judy, to sort of basically you didn't get dealt in this first round because you're lying flat on your back, but I took you off hold after I moved on. Just explain the logic behind it. Okay, you're going to boost trait upon yourself. What trait
Yep,
are you
and I'm
going
going
to
to boost athletics.
I thought you might. You didn't
I was
get the
supposed to
raise,
get
so
a
it's
free
only one
reroll
dice.
on acrobats with my acrobat ability. Free reroll when I'm grappling, but I didn't think about it at the time. So
Athletics. I can't spell today. Athletics plus 1 dice because you didn't. Here we go. Nathaniel.
I'm going to look over at Joe and go, is that what she meant to do? And then I'm going to go up to one of them and try and take his knee apart.
Okay, well, they don't actually have knees. The record.
Okay, even better. I will try to take his hip apart. If he's walking, he's got to have at least a
They
hip.
have
So
stiff legs and arms jointed only at the shoulder and elbow. They can't run.
seen the Nutcracker, haven't you?
Yeah. So they do have elbows and shoulders, but their legs are basically solid bits of metal, which means they can't run. And getting up from prone costs all their movement. But yeah, take it off at the hip.
okay, yeah. Basically, I want something that you can't stand back up. So let me do a repair test on one of them.
Well, I'm going to argue you're going to have to get it down first. It isn't just going to let you screwdriver it. Well, you could try, of course, I suppose.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna go up and like jam the screwdriver into the hip kind of thing, and
yeah. Sorry,
and
yeah, you're doing it as a test. I understand. Yeah. Now, yeah, I completely
watch this. Don't bother.
Oh no, I think it might work. Look, setback.
Oh, setback. Yep.
Distracted or vulnerable.
Let's make this one. They have not gone yet, have they?
And this one's going to miss its turn. Don't forget. So
Yeah, let's go ahead and make it vulnerable. Yeah.
Yeah. It's suffering a setback. So, Joe, you're up.
Oh, what am I going to do? Is this tin soldier on the floor, is it?
It is.
Not yet.
No, it's not on the floor. It's just basically got a screwdriver jammed in its leg. Basically, sort of. I'm going to say it's walking around in circles for the whole turn.
They're not on the combat tracker, these things we're dealing with.
Oh, they should be. I clicked the button to show the NPCs.
Oh, there you go. Now I can see them. There you go. They were invisible to me before.
Interesting. It might not be.
Broke it.
The icons are the icons are different to what I'm used to on this. I thought, yeah, you've got to use this one, especially it's got the Krampus as the wall. I didn't set the Krampus; he defaults to it.
Yeah, it's a good one. That. I don't know what I'm going to do. I think Joe is going to go on hold.
Hey, right,
and then Toot's going to do something. G2's going to go on hold as well. We're just going to see what happens. Yeah, we're going to go on hold and see what happens.
Okay, so the tin soldier obviously has a setback, so it can't do anything. However, the other tin soldier, it's going to fire its pop gun at Jack, who's basically run across, is trying to climb up the wall. So it basically points his pop gun at Jack and opens fire. Pop gun. Misses. I'm going to spend a penny on that.
No.
No, don't, you bastard.
And you're shaken as you get hit by the pop gun fires with a loud
cork hits you right on the arse cheek.
The cork with a nail in it hits you on the backside.
Nailing it, you bastard! That's like putting rocks in your snowball.
Yeah, they're nails. Oh, okay. That's Toot and Joe. You're on hold. Do you wish to remain on hold?
Is combat over already? Okay, I've just seen this guy shoot my friend, so I'm going to try and I'm going to interrupt and try and stop him from shooting him by hitting the gun out of his hand.
So I just need to. Yeah, that's fine. I just need to put in that this guy is reloading his pop gun. It's 2 rounds to reload pop gun.
No, you haven't got to do that because I'm going to try and interrupt him and stop him from hitting him in the first place.
Oh, he's already hit him.
No, he's already done.
He's already done. Because you didn't interrupt when I said he's shooting the pop gun.
Oh, yeah.
You can still act because it's the end of the round, is what I'm saying. Or you can stay on hold and therefore do...
I'll stay on hold till the next round. Okay,
yeah. Okie dokie. Tin Soldier number 2 will take both of his will take a multi-action. He will take 2 actions to reload his pop gun. That's all he's going to do this turn. Jack, you recover from being hit in the backside with a cork with a nail in it.
It's going to make me climb faster. All right. Okay. So up. I assume I get there.
You have to make an athletics roll.
Yep. It should have been a D12, right?
Oh, it should have been. You know what? The square was missed. The first square bracket was missing.
It's all good. All right. I assume that's good enough, right?
It is.
Up the top of the roof, and then back down the bottom again, and up again twice.
To the top of the wall, to the top of the roof.
Now dash away, dash away, dash
Okay,
away.
so it's just so I will point out you are climbing up at the outside of a house at the North Pole without any gloves.
All right.
But anyway, you climb up to the window and peek inside. Tin Soldier. This is the one you jammed the screwdriver in. The Tin Soldier basically, basically suddenly moving around, the screwdriver just pops out of its legs suddenly. It points its pop gun at you, Nathaniel, and pulls the trigger.
Now I'm going to interrupt.
Go on then. Request to interrupt. That will be an athletics roll off. Yeah, but he's not shaking because it's not actually a test. I shouldn't have actually targeted it. But anyway,
Right.
you get to interrupt.
Now I'm going to try and smack the gun out of his end.
Okie dokie. Well, apparently you can use the disarm skill to yank the cork out the end of the gun.
Okay, how do I do that?
Just about to look it up. I like that because they are pop guns. So disarm. Disarm. Character may attempt to make an opponent drop a weapon or other object or attempt to damage it by making a melee or ranged attack. You first must hit the object or the opponent's limb. See called shots. If the attack hits the weapon, you roll damage normally for an item. No raise or aces. See breaking things. The defender must make a strength roll equal to the damage or drop the item. Or you could just do an athletics and try and grapple him. It's your call. It'd be cool.
Well, if it's a cooled shot, what's it going to be at? Minus what?
Cold shot limb would be -2. Or cold shot to the gut. Right, pot rifle will be -2 as well because it is a rifle. It's a 9. You put the -2 in, so a 9 versus the Tin Soldier is a hit with a raise. So roll your baseball bat damage hit with a raise.
Didn't do the raise, but yeah.
Didn't raise, did it?
Hang on, I'll roll it again. Or you can do it if you want.
Okay, 7 points of damage. So if the Tin Soldier rolls 7 or higher, it holds onto the rifle. If not, knock the rifle out of its hands. You knock the rifle out of its hands.
Don't fight! Don't shoot my friends!
I like that. Very nicely done. What about Toot?
Toot's going to grab the gun and fly off of it and drop it somewhere. That's what you're going to try and do, isn't it?
Toot's got D4 strength, so let's have a strength check from Toot. I'm afraid
Good things about.
Toot's not strong enough to get the gun.
Afraid so. Nathaniel.
Well, I think I'll pick up that screwdriver, and since he doesn't have his weapon anymore, and the other guy did just reload, I'm going to go over and jam my screwdriver into his hip.
That sounds like a good idea to me. That would be Tin Soldier. Yep, who's reloaded his pop gun, hasn't he? Go for it. Oh. Distracted or vulnerable?
Make him vulnerable again.
There we go. He suddenly starts walking around in circles. Julie, obviously you've got snow in your face. You're lying flat on your back on the ice.
I shake the snow out of my face.
Yep.
Now, what's the position of these two Tin Soldiers in relationship to each other?
They are probably a bit. Well, No, well, actually, when you are you thinking of area of effect?
No, I'm thinking of knowing where they all are and Nathaniel.
Mhm.
Because what I'm going to do is toss one end of the jump rope to Nathaniel and try to run around the other two and tangle them up.
You can't get both of them. I'm going to say you can get one or t'other, but not both.
Okay, well, even one will help because then if we not tangle one, then knock him into the other one, that'll help.
Yeah, agreed.
So that would involve getting up, throwing one end of the jump rope to Nathaniel, and running around the other to entangle it. What do you need?
Roll, make your jump rope roll. Attack roll. I've targeted the tin soldier.
Give
The one
him,
who's lost
you
his
get to
gun.
give him the AT treatment.
Yeah.
Oh, I
You're not-
should.
you're
I
not-
already
you're not-
got.
You shouldn't be prone. Step 1, so that would be a 4. You need a 5. I've taken.
I'll
prone.
Benny at one time. Now that you got me off prone,
Sorry about that. I thought I
you
turned off
jinxed
prone.
me.
I did. Jim, you got a 5. Because of the way you described it, you don't need the hits, so you basically entangle a tin soldier with your jump rope.
And that would be all I can do this time.
Nathaniel, you're up.
Okay. Well, this guy is. Let me take a
Keep
look.
messing
here.
with him. That works well, man.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm trying to decide.
Don't forget, you yank the screwdriver. It's still got the screwdriver in it. It hasn't acted yet, so the setback hasn't kicked in. So if you take the screwdriver out, actually, it will still happen, but you know what I mean. The other one's tied up. You got one tied up with a rope. The other one's walking around in circles this turn.
The other one's walking around in circles. I want to use my cricket bat
Yep.
to use some science to leverage and make him fall down.
Is this the one walking around in circles still? Or the other one that you
no,
just
the other one. The other one. The one that's entangled, I want to make him fall down.
Okay. Go for it.
The proper application of leverage, you can move mountains.
Interesting. Decided to roll smarts there.
Almost as great as the line when lift plus thrust is greater than load plus drag. Anything can fly.
There you go. They didn't. It's see what you get out of interest. Oh, second wind. Okay, you remove a level of fatigue or a wound of your choice.
Can I use that to inspire? Oh, he's already gotten rid of all of his fatigue, hasn't he? Never mind.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. You obviously shake him, and he's already entangled. So I'm going to say you knock him prone, which is what you were planning to do anyway.
That was my attempt, exactly.
Yep. Oh, interesting. That's useful to know. You actually type in the number into the auto test, it will roll the created combat if it's there. He's entangled, which makes him distracted, doesn't it? So you'll make him vulnerable.
Yes.
Joe, you're up. So Tin Soldier 2 is walking around in circles and Tin Soldier's entangled and prone. Don't forget, they don't count as humans, and therefore pacifist means you can attack them.
I haven't got the massive bad pacifist thing. I might just get the one who's on the floor prone and smack him on the head with a baseball bat.
Go for it.
Because they've been attacking my friends.
Yep.
Who is it? Tin Soldier? Oh, right, you target them for me, have you?
Yeah, because we're doing it in theatre of the mind, it's easier if I keep track of. You tell me who you're going for, and I make life easier. You hit him. Right, yeah, you incapacitate him.
I knocked his head off.
You did indeed. You knocked his head off. Splat.
And then 2 is going to Oh no,
sorry.
you can't. Oh, he's gonna Toot is gonna go and attack the other tins
Okay.
and miss.
And miss. That gets us to Jack.
Right. What do I see inside?
What do you see inside? You see
Mrs. Claus holding a towel up to her chest, going, "Ah!"
Oh no. Do I need to change my name to Tom?
What you see is a large room with a large number of beds, and appears to be quite a large number. But there's quite a lot of the beds have elves sort of hiding underneath them with the covers up just above their noses, so only their eyes show.
Okay. Can I open the window?
No, it's locked from the inside.
Okay, I'm gonna tap on the window.
You
What
tap
about
on the
smash?
window, and the elves turn to look at you in surprise.
I'm gonna
And
motion
they
them.
all
Let
make
me in. Let
shooing,
me in.
they all make shooing motions with their hands.
I'm gonna pretend to be cold and say, "Please let me in."
Can I have a persuasion roll from you, please?
You can. I don't know if it's gonna be any. Well, okay. Them elves love me.
They must do. They open the window and let you go inside. It's nice and warm in there.
Help us.
Judy, you're up. No, we're waiting for Santa to rescue us. Judy.
I'm gonna recover my rope for one thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then the other tin soldier he's not prone or defenseless or anything.
No, he's just stopping from walking around in circles.
Okay, I'm gonna take a swing at him with my baseball bat.
Go for it. You missed.
Yeah, and I missed because I'm trying to unentangle my rope at the same time.
Okie dokie. New round. And Judy's up first.
And getting my rope free, I'm gonna take another swing.
Okay.
Oh, I want to know who jinxed my dice. They were doing really good for a while there.
Joe, you're up.
Jiminy.
Yes, it was me. I jinxed your dice. Okay. Now Bat's going to try and think of
Hard
Bat.
draws.
Bat, not Bat. Toot the owl, who's also going to miss.
It's a bad day for all of you. It's up to Nathaniel.
Well, he's about to get unbroke, so let's rebroke him.
Okie. You shake him this time. Distract him or vulnerable him? I suppose distract to make it harder for him to
Distract, yeah, since he's going next.
Yeah. Okay.
And maybe he'll stay shaken.
He does. Oh no! Hang on. Oh, he's a construct. He gets a +2 anyway, so he does.
Yeah.
He does unshake. However, he hasn't got a pop gun, has he? Because someone removed it from him. So he's just going to have to swing with one of his arms at you, Nathaniel. Missing, and that gets us to Jack, who's out from the
Right.
window, isn't he?
Okay. What all did Grumpants tell us?
Bug.
Yes.
The elves refuse to work and barricading themselves inside the barracks.
They're
Okay.
refusing to work for Krampus.
Yes.
Didn't he tell us something about the reindeer too?
He
They were
did.
being starved.
The reindeer
Yes,
have
the
been
reindeer
sealed
were being
inside their
starved.
stables, so they'll make a tasty meal for the goblins.
Okay. All right. So I won't tell the elves. Say, I'm gonna lie. Santa sent us to rescue you. We need to save the reindeer. They're being starved, so they can't fly for Christmas Eve.
The elves look very shocked. I'm evil. Apparently, you could climb up there with no roll, but obviously evil. So, all the elves are barricaded in the barracks, and I like it. Make it harder for players. It's more fun. They've been building this with what barracks. Okay. That sounds like I think that will get their cooperation. Yeah. Okay. They agree to help. Nathaniel, you're up.
I'm gonna keep poking at this tin soldier. I mean, he's not down yet, or not out of it yet. So yeah, reshaking sounds like it'll work. Let's make him distracted again.
Okay. So I forgot because you could see that's the elf you're talking to, Jack.
Them arms, though. My goodness.
Okay, that tin shoulder unshakes again. I'm afraid. Shoulder soldier. Okay. That is pop gun. Not. Yes. Right. I'm going to say he is going to start. Basically, he decides that without his pop gun, he's ineffectual, and he basically starts to move away from you, away from the house, starts walking straight across to the opposite side where the Victorian house is, actually provoking 3 attacks of opportunity on anyone who has engaged him in melee.
Is that one of them ones I engaged?
Yes, that's Joe, that's Julie, that's Nathaniel. All get a free attack because the tin soldiers, to be honest, the tin soldier's walking off to get a new pop gun. Actually, he's walking towards his pop gun, I should say.
Well, that seriously sucked.
Hey, he doesn't need to walk very far. He
Sorry,
walks over
drug that to the wrong place.
Okay. Oh,
Does my bird get a free attack as well?
yes.
Yeah, I am no good in a fight, guys.
Okay. So I'm afraid what happens there is the tin soldier, with all of you swinging and flailing and trying to hit this guy, he walks out the middle of all of you with your ineffectual hits, bangs, crashes, and bumps. Walks over, picks up his pop gun, and if he could look even more smiley and malevolent than he already did because of the way his face had been drawing on his face had changed, he is now as he picks up the pop gun, turns around to face all of you. Jack, you're up.
All right, I gotta go downstairs, and hopefully the elves will come with me.
The elves do follow you downstairs, yes?
And we'll go out the front door, and I'll say,
Okay. Basically, okay, you get downstairs. It appears the entire lower half of the house has been barricaded in front of the front door.
you guys.
So it would take. Let's see. Here we go. It will take 5 successes to clear up the barricades.
What?
The elves will assist you. Let's open up elf. The elves will attempt to assist you, so they will basically do a group roll. The elves getting 1 success. I'm going to put you. I'm going to put you into dramatic task mode.
All right.
I'm not going to give you. I'm not going to put you on a club because I'm not. You know what I mean? You've already got a 5, so now you can make an athletics roll as well. I'll add 5 to your roll, basically. Obviously, you know what I mean.
I get a free re-roll.
You get a free. Do you? I'm not sure if you will clearing barricades because I don't think that's very acrobatic.
Acrobatics gets 1 free re-roll on athletics totals that involve balance, tumbling, or grappling.
This is literally just basically how quickly you can move.
Okay.
Crap. So
I will Betty that.
Yeah.
Yep.
5. So your whole result for this round is what I'm saying is going to be 10. That's 2 of the 5 required successes, I'm afraid, to clear the
All
barricades.
right. Fair
Okay,
enough.
Joe, you're up.
Right, so I'm going to smack him again with my baseball bat. I'm just going to get a feel for this now.
Okay, you walk up towards him because he's moved over. He's picking up. He's picked up his pop gun. You swing at him, hitting. Roll for damage. You shake him.
And then my bat is going to have a go at him as well.
You don't have
My
a
bat is an owl. Yeah. He misses because you think I'm a bat.
Yeah, he's very upset. Judy, you're up.
How far away is he?
Wait, it's theatre of the mind. You can move up to him. I'm not worrying about. There's no map.
I'm not moving up to him. I just want to be close enough so when I throw my dodgeball at him, I hit him really.
Oh, you throw your dodgeball at him. Short range, yeah. You hit him on the side of the torso with your dodgeball. Roll for damage. That was
Probably
terrible.
going to Benny that.
All that damage. Interesting variation on rolling ones there.
Holy hell! I'm trying that one more time. Damn it.
Everett. You like rolling ones and twos today, don't you? Okay, yeah. Your dodgeball smacks into the side of the tin soldier. He skids across the ice, collapsing into bits as he goes.
Told you dodgeball is deadly. And I go and pick up the ball.
And it doesn't, obviously, at that point, obviously, it doesn't matter how, we don't need to worry how many more rounds it takes Joe to break loose. Okay, so Joe comes outside. There's a group of, there's about 20 or so Arctic elves with him. They're really interesting looking fellows. There you go, Arctic elves.
Where are the reindeer kept?
They point off to the low building.
I said it was child labor laws, but this is wow. They must have what is that disease where they get old real fast?
I don't know, but how about they go and tend to the reindeer?
Forgot
Hey!
you had Doubting Thomas.
You little funny looking guys. You little funny looking guys. You
We're
go
gonna
save
help
the reindeer.
rescue the reindeer.
Where's
Yes.
this Krampus guy holding this Santa guy?
Okay, the reindeer you were told were where you assume the reindeer. They point to the low building across. They point to the low building almost covered in snow. Now, what I did need to say is the elf barracks. The elves tell you what they know. Krampus once helped Santa, but was sealed away when he started tormenting kids. Somehow he escaped and has taken over. Somehow Krampus stole Santa's wand of the winter winds, a magical wand which can create icy wind and snow. Mrs. Claus is trapped in Santa's house, though they don't know where. Santa was rescuing a pair of lost elves Santa is rescuing a pair of lost elves. When he gets back, he'll take care of Krampus and everything will go back to normal. Contradicts what the goblin.
Let's go free the reindeer.
The goblin told you that Krampus had captured Santa and locked him away for good. I'm not sure. So, the reindeer stables. This long shed-like structure is almost completely buried by snowdrifts, preventing access to the large doors on both ends. Something heavy is pounding on the walls inside. A lone tin soldier mindlessly patrols the stables, making a march around it in a path of its own. Can I have notice checks? You
Two.
It's got very good notice. Two. Well, yeah, I think
I actually rolled from the character sheet for Joe, but yeah.
that's okay. You do what you do notice. There is a chimney on top of the building.
Is
Might
there
be
a
a s-
hayloft door?
It might be. No, there isn't. It doesn't appear so, but it does appear. You do reckon that chimney, the rooftop chimney, might be a tight squeeze, but you reckon you're all small. You are small enough to at least one of you.
Well, obviously I'm too buff to fit down the chimney, but does anybody else want to go?
Obviously, in
I
the
will,
meantime,
because I got the rope to help. We can fasten the rope at the top so we don't just like fall through or anything.
that reminds
right.
me. Does anyone want? I forgot. Actually, you did put down 2 toy soldiers, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
Hmm.
Who took the pop gun? Who took the original pop gun?
Oh, I did. Way back when.
Way back when. It's okay. It's
Yep.
just because I forgot to copy it to items when I gave you it. You know what I mean? So I just need to copy it. I needed to copy it from your character sheet into items to allow me to
Right.
copy it.
Yep.
To okay, so I need to go.
Vorpal gun. You rolled a 6 or higher, it knocks the head off.
Okay, so there's 2. I'm just pointing out there are 2 pop guns.
I
If
want a
anyone
mom
was
gun.
in the pod sheet.
We got pop
Okay,
guns.
and obviously you do have a tin soldier marching around the barracks, so it is due to be coming back round shortly. But obviously, I'm assuming you're looking at this from a distance at the moment. What's your plan?
Well, does anybody want to try and get up on the roof? And
Julie will try climbing the roof.
yeah, it should be pretty easy to get up there because the snowdrifts almost reached the roof, right?
Yep, and once I get up there, I'll tie the rope around the chimney before I try climbing down the chimney. So I got some insurance.
Okay, I need an athletics check from you to clamber up onto the roof without alerting the tin soldier you're doing so.
Oh, there goes the crappy dice again.
I think you should change the color of the dice. I think you need a variation of red and green. That's the problem. Picking up the feet.
That's what everybody else is doing. Join us. Join us.
Join us. Join us. Join us.
Are you going to spend a penny on that, or are you just going to? You get up. I'm going to. You get up there, and that it's just. It's okay from my perspective. Actually, it doesn't matter. You get up there. However, of course, the tin soldier hears it. It will come running round the corner. You can basically. You can lower. You get up onto the roof.
Can we lie and wait for it if to protect her?
You can. I'm going to put the tin soldier on surprise for the first round, and Julie is up on the roof. Let's see what happens. Julie, obviously you're up on the roof. The tin soldier comes running round to where it heard the noise and is basically looking up at the roof. And obviously you're up on the roof, so it can't see you where it's looking at the moment. But you know it's standing right below you. Do anything?
So he's on the ground, right? Or is he on
Yes.
the roof?
He's on the
Okay.
ground.
Well, I'll leave him for the others to deal with. I'm going to edge over to the chimney and tie the rope off on the chimney.
Okay, you edge over, and you can start. You can lower yourself down as well. That's not a problem with you.
Okay, well, that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to throw the rope back out so the others can use it to climb up. Because inside the chimney, I can probably squeeze my way down without the rope.
Okay, but you throw the rope down.
So the others
Oh, yeah,
can
jump
climb
up.
up when they get there, and I'm going to squeeze my way down the chimney.
They'll have to jump up because the jump rope won't go all the way to the ground, but they can reach it. Okay, you climb down the chimney. Okay, Joe, you're up.
I'm not on a roof that needs to go down a chimney, am I?
No, I thought you were lying in wait for the tin soldier like everyone else was.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Is the tin soldier there yet?
He's looking. He's basically round the corner from where you're all hiding. Surprise him, because
Now I could nick one of these pop guns, couldn't I?
could nick one of the pop guns.
I might nick a pop gun because I'd rather shoot him from a distance than get murdered by a...
They've only got a range of 3 because of the string on the cork, but shoot him. Yeah. I have targeted tin soldier. If you want to shoot him with a pop gun, you may.
Wow, I've got a -2 on my roll.
You missed, just. Come on, you're low on bennies as well, aren't you?
And clearly, we don't have any little helper elves out in the audience today.
No, there's no one out there. Everyone's obviously.
I hit him.
Oh man, do I have to log into Twitch too?
Someone supposedly had their group of. Someone claimed they had a group of thingies. I've been giving out bennies left, right, and centre. We had lots of bennies out of me.
You have been giving out bennies, not as many as you should be giving out, but you have been giving them out. Okay, I'm going to spend one more benny on this. My last benny. I'm going to kill this thing with a pop gun in one final move.
You shake it.
He's shaking. There you go. Yeehaw! And then my owl is going to attack him, and this time he's going to kill him. He's already shaken. So. No.
Poor Tootie's never hit.
Yeah, he's got to hit.
Poor Toot, just rubbish at everything.
Get him, Nate.
Nathaniel.
No, Nathaniel.
You said the tin soldier is we've got surprise on him.
Yes.
Shaken, I just popped him in the head with his own gun.
Yeah. You haven't got the drop on him, but he's shaken.
All right, let's swing this cricket back. What the hell? Not that I expect to hit, but ha-ha!
You hit. Oh, no, you don't because of the -2.
Yeah, because I'm not a fighter. I'm telling you, I'm not a fighter.
Think
No,
once,
exactly.
think twice, don't drive your car on the pavement.
I got plenty. I'll go ahead and drop one more on it. There we go.
That 7 will hit. I don't know why it didn't.
7 not targeting anything, but yeah.
That's my mistake because I've been doing all the targeting all along and I forgot to do it. I was so interested in watching the Nathaniel swing. Sorry. My mistake.
Nice.
Nathaniel, the nerd, takes out the tin soldier. Okay.
The pacifist and the nerd beat the tin soldier.
Yeah, okay, right?
Okay, that means there are now 2 pop guns.
Well, okay. I showed you guys how to fight well, didn't I?
Indeed. They probably... So, inside... Okay, as you clamber down the chimney, you find yourself inside the reindeer stables. There appears to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there appear to be 9 stalls. 1 is empty. The other 8 appear to be occupied. The reindeer, although spooks, appear to be friendly. The loud noises you could hear, you could see one of the reindeers left his stall, and he's actually been kicking at the stable doors in an attempt to escape. Each of the reindeer has a thing around their neck, just because why not? I've seen the films where they do that, and you can see that the reindeer have been named Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen. You notice above each of the stalls as well are the same names. You can see the empty stall has a name above it, although the reindeer is missing. It's labelled Rudolph.
Can we dig him out the snow and the doors from the front?
Yeah, can I get to the doors and help whichever reindeer it was that was kicking at the doors.
It was Dasher, yeah. So, okay,
You know,
it takes about
let
an
him.
hour. Yeah, it takes about an hour to clear all the snow. But the second you do so and the doors are open, oh yeah, the stable doors also. Sorry, the stable door. The stable also contains a garage for Santa's immense red sleigh and a variety of tools such as rakes, buckets, shovels, pitchforks, and the like.
Ooh, pitchforks will be nice.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah,
lucky
grab
to
some
have
of these
those.
pitchforks. Now, do we find a room that the reindeer couldn't get to where there's like grain or feed for them so we can feed them?
We need to feed them.
You know what? This adventure doesn't give me any information anywhere where they're fed, so I'm going to assume the food is kept in Santa's house.
All right. It's a weird place to keep animal grain, but
I agree, but obviously
Santa does Santa.
They probably don't eat. They don't forget they're flying reindeer. They probably don't eat normal food.
That's true. All right, let's run with that.
When you
Or let's fly with that. Excuse me.
Whoa. Very good. Very good.
All right.
Okay. That will be a melee
It's
weapon.
off to Santa's
doing
house we go.
strength plus D6. Doing AP 2. I'm gonna say have it a reach of 1. That is a couple of pitchforks in there.
So,
Okay. So as soon as you get it, as soon as the doors are open, all 8 reindeer basically dash out. 6 of them suddenly take off into the sky, beginning what the elves tell you would be an aerial search for their master. However, 2 that appear to be Prancer and Dancer basically seem to be eager to get hold of your attention.
can we get as we walk to Santa's house, can we get a slow motion shot with the 4 of us in the foreground and the elves and the reindeer right behind us, and then behind them all the elves,
I don't
and
see
maybe an
why not.
explosion behind us?
Just created Dancer and Prancer. Okay, so there's Dancer, there's Prancer.
So who has Beast Friend? Is this someone who can communicate with these reindeer?
Someone does have a beast friend, yes.
Okay, Nathaniel's standing there trying to figure out how these things are flying. He, no, this something was drugged. This is a hologram. Something.
A hologram.
Don't
believe in magic, but I do believe in holograms.
Okie dokie. So, yes, we have a slow motion shot as Prancer, Dancer, 20 Arctic Elves, Julie, Nathaniel, Joe, Toot, and Jack. Oh, that's a good point. Yes, all head up the other way. So, you did ask about someone having Beast Friend. They didn't respond, I noticed.
Have I got a Beast Friend? I haven't. I'm
Yeah,
Beastmaster.
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 Oh, is it the same thing? All right.
Private
Yes, I've got. Why do you think I've got an owl? Huh?
Can you find a way to communicate with these reindeer? They look like they're trying to tell us something. I don't speak reindeer. I don't speak elf.
Basically,
Can I communicate with them things? I don't know if I can.
Well, it's a magical place, the North Pole, and I'd like to see how Nathaniel explains this one. But basically Joe sort of talking to them, all of you stand around, and as you basically see 2 reindeer doing a very passable attempt at charades, and Joe, basically, you come to the conclusion that these 2, while the others are off looking for their master, these 2 want to help you get revenge on the Krampus.
I'll tell them these two here want us to get revenge on Krampus, and the rest have gone looking for Santa.
Fair enough.
So, do we know where Krampus is yet?
I'll ask the reindeer.
They don't know, but Gutbug did tell you.
Yeah,
he's in his house
Santa's
here.
house.
Well, we've got to go to Santa's
and
house.
isn't that where Santa keeps the reindeer food too?
It is now.
Well, we're going looking for reindeer food, and if we find Krampus, because if my parents go to my room and I'm not in my bed, I am in so much trouble, and I am going to hurt somebody before that happens.
So this
Might not
large,
get any Christmas presents.
indeed, this large Victorian-style house with a wraparound porch. It was once gaily decorated for Christmas, but now the roofs are shredded, the garland has been mostly torn down and hanging in tatters. The house is completely dark and looks foreboding. Right, that's an interesting one. So, okay. So, it's completely dark and foreboding. The elves tell you, basically give you sort of an overview of the house because you've read them already. So they tell you that the interior is decorated with antiques, overstuffed chairs, fancy furnishings. There's a large library, a dining room, and a parlour on the main floor. Several bedrooms upstairs. Nearly every room has a fireplace, but judging by the lack of smoke, none are currently lit. They also go on to explain that the parlour is the largest room in the Claw's house. It has a huge bay window overlooking the workshop and elf barracks, a massive fireplace, comfortable chairs, a sofa, a love seat, an old hand-operated phonograph sits on the table next to the fireplace, along with a collection of Christmas music on wax records. To the other side of the fireplace is a toppled Christmas. Well, you can't know that. Is a beautifully decorated Christmas tree. So there we go. They also say that downstairs is a cellar, a dark and cold, musty room stacked with boxes, old clothes, and other bric-a-brac. They also point to. They also say that is in one corner of that room is where you'll find the large cold web that key that Julie's got. To be the one to open. Get locked up, you can get caught. And you ever get caught?
Does the coal bin connect to the house? Could we get in through there?
The coal bin's in the cellar, so no. Sorry, I don't know. So basically, there's a front door, a back door, or the big, large parlour window. Doesn't appear to be anybody guarding the house. Oh, I've got a typo. Let's try that again. That work? Oh, because I missed the dollar out. There we go. How do you wish to enter Santa's house?
Through the front door.
Through the front door. Okay, the front door is not locked.
There you go.
In we go.
Okay, I'm wondering. A second. To let's just okay. I won't be. Doesn't matter about the Christmas. Let's see, just trying to see if I'm usable. Better than nothing. Really doesn't fit, but they won't provide nice maps. Well, that looks like it. It's the cellar, which won't do us any good. Oh well, it's going to be you're going to have an amazing map here. Okay, so you get into the house. You can hear noises coming from the parlour. Actually, I know what I'm going to do.
Is the parlor doors closed?
No. It's no. I'm going to say not. What I am going to do instead, though, is I'm going to do something rather. How well it will work, but anyway, we'll give it a shot. Going to.
I need to share. I just send you the map I used for my Christmas game of Santa's Village. That would probably help here.
Well, I have a couple of maps.
Not for this part, but for the rest of the adventure.
I have a couple of maps, and they would. I do have a couple of nice maps. You remember I used one last time, but they totally don't fit the descriptions. So I've decided in the end it was much easier just to not bother. You know what I mean, and just go with.
In other words, he couldn't be bothered making maps for us. That's what he just said. Yeah.
After the game, I'm going to drop the map that my favorite map to use when we do the I'm not doing it this year, but I have a Santa game, Set Rising one that I homebrewed a few years back, and this map works really well for it.
It's okay. I'm just going to. Whoops. Do that. Should be up there. Do you know what? That's all it needs to be. That's all I really need for this one. It's not. I didn't have time. I've been prepping. I've been prepping for the Deadlands game. Okay, so what I need to do now is go into that and go. On. Okay, so you're basically. I'm going to have you. You basically you sneak up to the parlor room door, look around it. What you see is see that there is the Krampus is sitting on a very ornate, very comfy looking chair. And
you're sitting on Santa's chair. Oh.
And there are two tin soldiers standing either side, as if guarding. You know what I mean. I'm going to put Dasher. I'm going to put Prancer outside the house. We'll have Toot down here. We'll put Joe over here. Jack there next to Julie. There we go. I think that's everything. There you go. There's Santa's parlor with the knocked over tree in the corner. Yeah, the Christmas tree has basically been is in a bad old state. It's been toppled over. Most of the ornaments are scattered and broken all over the ground. So there we go.
Sign of Mrs. Santa?
No sign of Mrs. Santa. So Dasher and Prancer are basically outside the window, and everyone else is there. Oh, the elves. The elves will basically be. They're not very useful in combat, the elves, but they can support. So I'll put the elves. I'll put the elves there. It's 1A that basically constitutes all the elves because they just huddle together in an ineffectual mess.
What is this map? Is this supposed to be a map, or is it supposed to be a chase, or is it a giant
It's a map.
chicken?
I just took the chase map and drew all the walls of the parlour around it. What are you complaining about?
Looks like
Where's
a
the
map to
shadows?
me.
Where's the shadows? Where's the Christmas decorations? Have you not watched Josh? He could have knocked up a map like this with everything in a few minutes.
You stub you brain yourself on the door as you walk into the room.
Oh no, Joe just took injuries. Oh, that's horrible.
Not you, him.
Oh, he's so mean to me. So mean.
To kill him on Tuesday.
Yeah, no, you're not killing me. If you do kill me, I'm coming back as Harrowed. All right, it's Will Money, dude. That's what Clint Eastwood invented the Harrowed characters, right? High Plains Drifter and the other one, Tail Rider.
Next time you try to kill a Joe, make sure you do the job right. Pull down your collar and then kill Krampus.
Old Hang 'em High. Good film, that. Right. Let's do some lighting then, because you'll be.
You got a load of spaghetti western music to play in the background while we're playing on Tuesday.
No, because it's all copyrighted, and I found some really cool Western music. Prices they charge is ridiculous. Some that is so obviously not the good, the bad, and the ugly, but definitely trying to be at the same time. Those are terrible lights, aren't they? Stuff lighting. Those are absolutely terrible lightings. The stuff, the lighting.
I was only joking about the map. You haven't got to really make it pretty.
Well, too late now. There you go.
Can't see anything.
Exactly.
The light source from the inside.
Whose
go is it? Who turned out the lights? Oh, that's Doctor Who. Sorry.
It will be because the Krampus doesn't know you're coming because you stopped gut buck. I am going to basically the Krampus on hold and 10 soldiers on hold, and then what I will do is deal some cards.
Nice, Joe.
Okay, so Joe gets to go first. He's got you. Oh, yeah. Sorry, hang on. I forgot. Joe, you answer. Okay.
What are they?
They're the reindeer.
Oh, right. What am I controlling them? Am I? I suppose yes, I am.
Well, you befriended them, so I figured I'd let you have control of them.
Thanks very much. You add them to my controlled thing so I can control them.
I just gave you these character sheets for them.
They're not on this wombat tracker.
They should be under him. Are they invisible?
Oh, yeah. Now they're not invisible. I see them now. There you go.
I apologise. I did again. As I say, not used to the theme.
So Joe is going to do nothing, and then are there any other windows or anything else around the side of this building, or is it just
Dancer and Prancer are standing by the window?
Well, then they're going to just jump through the window.
Go for it then.
And surprise Krampus. Right.
Yeah,
so
if
what
they
have they
jump
got
through
to
the
do?
window, then you need to do a 360. They need to pause mid jump. You need to do a 360 around them.
Of course, they're reindeer. They can fly and everything. They're all right.
Yeah, with glass flying everywhere.
And the glass is going to fly in front of them and kill Krampus and the two tin soldiers, and then they're going to land and go, ha! So what have I got to do to jump through a window?
They're flying reindeer. They can go straight through the window, no problem at all.
Okay. So chase map.
Shouldn't be a chase map. It's a normal map.
They're showing me steps of 15 for every move I make.
Of course it is. That's because I forgot to change it back to 1. Here you go. Try now.
Oh, Dancer's going to go in there, and he's going to kick that tin.
Okay, that tin soldier's not lasting long, is he? Down goes that tin soldier. Splat. Okay, what's Prancer going to do? Prancer going to do?
He's going to do the same thing.
Okay.
On the other one.
Got to turn off jump to.
But he misses.
He misses.
And then 2 is going to around here. What's 2's speed?
I think he's got 24, so he's fine. He moved 12 without having to make an athletics roll.
Yeah,
Don't
so
forget.
he's going to move around here and have a look. And I am going to do
You're that.
nothing.
You're going to do nothing. Okay. 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 A goblin dashes out from inside the Christmas tree, charges towards Prancer, but doesn't reach him. But with a bow, that's a bit nasty. He's going to shoot. He's going to shoot Prancer with a bow.
He's going to miss.
He's gonna what?
The Krampus also basically the Krampus jumps backwards off the chair, lands behind, and is going to put Dancer to sleep, which was successful. Dancer has to make a spirit roll for sleep, and that caused an interesting. Dancer ignores Krampus attempting to sleep. Okay, another goblin appears out from behind the Christmas tree. Fires a bow at Prancer. Oh dear.
Oh, he's turning Prancer from a deer into a porcupine.
Indeed. Prancer takes a wound. The arrow hits Prancer and Prancer goes down.
Oh dear. Well, I can heal him in a minute. He doesn't die of blood. Oh, you're going to kill him, you murderer. You killed Prancer.
I have not killed Prancer. It's impossible to die at the North Pole. However, Prancer is incapacitated and will recover after the fight.
Hopefully in time for Christmas Eve, though.
Indeed.
If we're successful here, he's got some work to do.
Goblins pour out of all corners of the room. That easy, do you? Tin soldier advances.
Christmas story. It's supposed to be easy.
The toy soldier will basically is surprised. Julie, you're up.
How do I target every member of my party?
Target friendlies.
Where do I find that?
Top of the map, the little flag.
There you go.
And I'm going to add an extra PowerPoint for range. Or, yeah, not for range, excuse me. For hinder hurry. And an extra 2 PowerPoints for heavy weapon.
Heavy weapon you won't need. It's a waste of power points.
Okay, well then, I've put hurry and smite on everybody in ours. So is there something special I need to do?
Okay, I'm just get everyone to remember their pace is +2 because it'll take me longer to go through the combat track. You know what I mean? Putting everyone on. Okay, you give smite to everyone.
And then I'm going to, where am I? I'm going to run through the door, or walk through the door, and I'm going to look at Krampus and go, look at big jerk. If I get in trouble because I'm not in my bed, you are so finished.
Okie dokie. I'll let you end your turn because we're now in proper fighting and everybody always gets upset if I.
Okay, well, I ended my turn.
I never ever get upset.
Nathaniel,
What are you trying to upset me for, man?
Nathaniel, you're up next.
Okay, so I'm going to start talking about how magic and all the rest of this stuff doesn't work. I'm going to do 3 more PowerPoints for the large. I'm going to go ahead and drop fatigue on it as well.
Assume you're
So
going to
that's
move to
gonna be-
there as a free action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1, 4, 6. Let's also go ahead and drop the hinder and the glow on them. Don't have to go with selective. Yeah, let's just drop all the PowerPoints on them.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh, we are definitely going to Benny that.
That's a success on a confusion roll.
Yeah, you know what? I think I want to try and get the raise.
God, Hinder Hurry is not an effect in here. Ah.
No, I'm not going to get the raise. So they all get to make smarts rolls.
I'm just going to pretend it's Pathfinder and give you
So
the
be it.
PowerPoint.
Okay.
Yeah. And you just have to remind me that they've got Hinder Hurry because unlike me, who's very nice when I did the Fantasy Companion, which is now and the Savage and the Pathfinder rulebook, put all the extra effects in. You didn't.
I can make them distracted, vulnerable, right there.
Done
And
that for
then,
you.
okay. And then they also need to have a level of fatigue.
Oh crikey! Okay, sorry, I didn't. I
Sorry.
didn't pick up on you. I didn't pick up on you saying fatigue. That's fine. Don't forget, you still have 7 inches of movement there for you. Logically, the rest of the houses are in there, but
You know what? I think I'm just going to go ahead and stay outside the doorway because, like I said, I'm not a fighter. I'll go ahead and move back here behind Jack and kind of push him forward. Your turn. Your turn. Go do something.
sounds good to me.
And I have had some company show up, so I may be only available intermittently until I can get this taken care of.
No problem at all. That brings us to the Arctic elves who haven't gone yet. Jack hasn't gone yet, and Jack's next. Jack is.
I'm here. Did Nathaniel was he supposed to get that confusion?
Did he apply to himself? No, you shouldn't have done. I'll take it off him in a sec. Spender Benny and the elves are going to go Jack. And you get a +1 on your next trait roll.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, I'm gonna multi-action then.
Your athletics should have long gone.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Can I multi-action and bring back the athletics boost?
You most certainly can. Just hit that 2-action button and then make your gifted roll. Focus roll, I should say.
What happens if I get a raise?
You get 2 dice bonus.
Nice. I'll do athletics again. So I'm at D12 +1.
This time, as long as I can spell athletics, which I still can't.
L-E.
Yeah, I know.
NT, very different. He keeps putting his testicles on me.
Okay.
Says what?
Okay.
You know, right. Like an octopus. NT.
You're doing what with your testicles?
So, Better Off Dead. It's a great movie. Anyway, I have a penchant for quoting 80s movies. I'm sorry.
Absolutely fine.
All right, so now I'm going to go around the corner. There's food around.
I haven't shown you the one other bit of artwork in this whole module.
Ooh.
It's the Krampus.
Krampus, the Krampus.
There's a Krampus among us. All right, and then I am going to throw a perfect spiral into Krampus's face.
You should be able to target there because of 6 inches.
What's the range on a football? I might need to get closer.
I think I made it 4, 8, 16, I think, didn't I?
I'll move to closer then.
I think I did. I can't remember. I did make it 4, 8, 16. Going on the fact, you kids.
Dang it. Right.
Throw the football at him. That's a hit with a raise. Roll for damage. Okay, I think the Krampus. Ow!
Holy crap! I caught him right in the bridge of his nose.
You did. I'm obviously going to have to try and soak that.
Oh no.
Yeah,
He
you can
takes a
bet
wound.
it.
He takes a wound.
Right.
Goblin number 9 steps to here. And he fires his bow at Jack. Missing. Goblin number 6 goes after Julie. We're coming up to here, trying to stab her. Fails, but doesn't critically fail. I want to turn off snap to grid. I don't want to help you either. I'm going to move him to there. I'm going to shoot Jack with a bow. Goblin number 8 is just going to come to there and gang up on Julie. Knife. Missing. That's it. That's it. New round. New round. Okay, goblin number 2 is going to come across. Stab. He's a bit woozy on his feet though. A bit unsteady and he's not as fast as he should. In fact, he doesn't reach him. Got -2 pace. Goblin number 7, who I realised was invisible even though he shouldn't. Let's make him all so you can't see him. There we go. Oh, that's going to be a hit, I'm afraid to say. Hang on, what's the range? 8, that is short range. That's a hit with a raise. I'm going to shoot Jack with a bow, doing ouch. It's a bit evil.
That's not very Christmas me. I'm gonna have to soak that.
Very mean. This last fight's a doozy. It's 2 wounds, unless you want to try again. It's 1 wound.
I can heal you.
Yeah, so we'll leave it at that.
Okay. Julie's up.
Yeah, the first one that tried to stab her already had her attention, so.
Need the grid that's turn it off. Julie swings a baseball bat and misses. The dice don't like her today.
Oh, that's close. I should have.
Oh!
The dice really do not like you. Where's the trail? Come on. Where are the glowing trail dice that you normally have?
The Krampus remains shaken from being hit with a football. Goblin number 5 is going to limp to there because that's as far as he can go. He's got hindered 3. I'm going to put them on while I remember. 3, 4. I'm going to put it manually. Jack, you're up. You remain shaken. Bend a Benny to unshake if you so wish.
I do so wish.
Then drop it on the chat or drop it on the actual shaken icon like you did. Thank you.
All right. So I'm going to run forward and tackle Circle K.
Okie dokie, Circle K. I like it.
All right. It's another athletics roll, is it not?
If you're doing a pose, yes, you're grappling him. It most certainly is. Go for it.
I get a free athletics roll.
Yep. That's okay. So I'm afraid that Krampus is not. Oh, hang on. Oh no, he doesn't apply the second roll because he gets to keep his first roll on both of those. So yeah, I'm afraid no effect.
Okay.
Goblin number 9 is hindered, I seem to recall. Is now anyway. He is going to move 3 whole inches to there. Attempt to stab a reindeer.
Goblin 5, you just moved, yeah.
Yeah.
The 9 is back down there by the tree and he hasn't got hinder on him.
Go instead as penalising me for getting it number wrong. He is going to move to. He's hindered. This goblin is going to swing a knife at the vulnerable Julie. Hitting. Doing nothing. That brings us to Joe and Dancer and Toot.
Well, Joe's going first. So, all right.
Have a range of 3, don't forget.
Okay, I'm going to... What's the range of the pop gun? Not a lot, is it?
3.
I'm going to shoot this goblin that's attacking Julie then. That's what I'm going to do.
Go for it. Yeah, he hasn't attacked yet. Sensible move targeting that one. Shot with your pop gun. Don't forget to reload too. Oh, that hits.
It didn't do the raise. Oh, it wasn't a raise, was it? Okay. So you...
You happy with a shaken?
Yep. That stops him from doing whatever he's doing. Where am I on the combat trigger? Now it's Dancer's go. Now Dancer...
Dancer moves to there.
Okay, he's not going to kick Krampus.
Maybe he's giving a gang up. And then you got Toot.
Toot's coming in. It's about time Toot done something. Come on, Toot. You need to roll 75 damage.
I think he might actually hit. Well, that damage too. The sun dice, so that's obviously what it is, isn't it? That's a wound on the Krampus. Unbelievable.
Nice.
Yep, that's a wound upon the Krampus. Krampus has taken 2 wounds. Nathaniel is.
And now Toot sits in the throne. This is mine. No.
I'm going to put Nathaniel on hold. He can always come off hold if need. That takes us to the Arctic Elves, who I think basically there's enough of them to. I'm just going to say they're going to use their own sort of special Christmas cheer here and fail miserably. I'll spend a penny on them. Try that again. No, the Arctic Elves are too wimpy. They're desperately trying to get your spirits up and help, but unfortunately, it's not doing any good. This goblin remains shaken. Goblin
The
number
thing is they keep showing us their arms, and I'm like, oh god, just cheer with your arms
So
down.
wrinkly.
What the?
And the tin soldier is obviously going to move over this way, like so, stiffly over to here. He's taking aim at Joe, but determines that Joe is out of range at the moment. Meantime, Goblin 11 is going to come charging into the doorway. Stab Joe. Not critically failing, unfortunately. Goblin number 4 is way at the back here. He's going to stay put and fire an arrow at Dancer.
Joe, you were supposed to heal me.
Yes, he was.
It's touch, so I've got to come up and heal you. I'll get you in a minute, don't worry.
Okay, new round.
Here comes the Jacks.
Goblin number 7 is first. Goblin number 7 is
I
going
meant
to move.
Jokers. What the hell did I mean?
I knew what you meant. Okay, Goblin number 7 moves there, fires an arrow at Jack, hitting. Going.
Fuck!
2 wounds upon Jack as an arrow hits him from the side.
They're mean.
They are indeed. You soak a wound.
Let the bennies flow, people.
I just did it. 1 wound taken.
2 wounds now.
To stop calling you stingy Kev now, won't I?
You will. It's Christmas. Julie, you're up. You're vulnerable, but you have smite.
Or if you're not being stingy only because it's Christmas, okay, that's not
It
the same.
might make a difference.
Smite does extra damage.
Doesn't do me any good to have smite if I keep missing. I'll try one more time here.
That's looking promising. That's a hit. This is 1 goblin going down.
Just bashed his head in.
Yep. Julie's like in a different movie. She's like in a Tarantino Christmas movie. Swaying through goblins with a baseball bat.
Let you end your turn.
Or Sam Peckinpah, that's what it is.
Jack recovers from being shaken.
All right, I'm
You
gonna.
have no idea how much trouble I'm going to be in if my parents check and I'm not in my bed.
All right, I am going to try and grapple him again.
Okay.
Although it's looking...
Yeah, you got 2 arrows sticking in you. You're not feeling too good.
Yeah, I know.
Oh. Damn that Krampus.
Wax.
Let me untarget him for your free athletics reroll.
So I have to
get a 42.
Oh, well, so yeah. At the moment, you've won, but if you get the raise, you see, that's all it is about. Okay, so you rolled an 8 and he rolled an 8, you see. So, yeah.
So he's grappled, but not...
Oh, hang on. I hadn't applied his second wound. You got an 8. He rolled a 7. You want to distract him or make him vulnerable?
What's better at this point? Has he gone?
He has not gone.
Bottom of the
I think I'll make him
combat
vulnerable.
tracker.
Yeah.
Make him vulnerable because I think distraction still makes him, entangled, which is what he is. You've got it. Unfortunately, of course, because you're grappling him, you actually are vulnerable. You can't move around as much because you're entangling the Krampus. But you got him. You got the Krampus. He's entangled.
Yep.
Okay, I'll let you end your turn because I don't know where we are. I've lost point who's on where on the combat now. Goblin number 5. He's just going to come over here.
A little bit of goblin in my mouth.
He's hindered, so
goblin
all he
number
can do
5.
is... Yes, indeed. Very good, I like it. Goblin number 8 is going to swing at Julie. Missing. This goblin over here is going to basically come up here and attempt to stab you.
Don't be mean to me. Jack's going to die here.
You can't die, it's the North Pole. You are shaken.
Shake some
Goblin
action
11
what
is
I
going to
need.
swing his knife at Joe. Hitting, doing. Is this the Christmas where Santa isn't rescued? 2 wounds.
Holy poop.
Wounds upon Joe. You just spent all this pennies trying to get a better card, did you notice?
Somebody needs to take out all those goblins.
He tries to stab me just at the last second. I go, what? And duck out of the way.
Exactly.
Your present from last year from Santa was a cigarette case, and he hits a cigarette case and it doesn't affect you. Or a hip flask.
I'm afraid the elves are desperately still trying to get their singing voices in line to give you all benefits.
Singing the wrong
of
tune, aren't they? One of them singing
yeah.
Merry Christmas, the other one singing Santa Claus is coming to town. So.
Yeah, afraid so.
Santa Claus is going down.
They're
It's a wrong song. Tell Dancer to take out all the goblins. Dancer needs to do a multi-attack and just nuke them goblins because they are fucking us up.
Well, I think Dancer might be.
Really?
That ought to soak it.
Dancer soaks the wound.
Oh, what a generous GM. Soaking my wounds for me. Right, so I've got to try and get to Jack, but I've got to get past Goblin number 11. I'm just going to take the hit.
Okie dokie. Goblin number
Don't do
11.
it, Joe.
Goblin number 11 will attempt to stab you as you go.
Damn it. Joe.
You are shaken.
No, I'm not.
Well, you're shaken when you get there. You have to spend a penny to unshake.
Okay, I'm not shaking.
You're not shaken.
Now I'm gonna heal Jack
Okay.
with an 85 roll.
Best you can do is 2 wounds on a 5 will get 1 wound back. Let's do another
I
one
do.
next round. 1 wound back.
Yeah, Dancer's go. Dancer's going to kick Krampus in the head again.
Really
Dancer's going to do multi-action.
Okay. Go for it.
Hopefully he gets raises on both. No!
Hits with the second one.
There you go.
Yeah, baby.
There you go. It's a marshmallow world.
Yeah.
The Krampus is incapacitated with the
Dancer
Krampus.
says in reindeer, "You messing with Santa, you mess with me."
You mess with the Santa, you get the deer horns.
With the Krampus being knocked out, all of the goblins instantly surrender.
Nice.
I don't want a lot for Christmas.
I'm going to have so many copyright warnings. I'll have to take it down next week.
You won't get any copyright warnings at all.
I know, I'm joking. So,
have you ever gotten
Who
any?
I'm going to write to YouTube
yeah,
and
all
tell
the time.
them.
Not copyright strikes, copyright warnings. I get them all the time.
Really?
Yeah, because of the music I play at the start and the end. So I've got the license to use the music, but every single time it plays one of the. I've got like a
The
huge
stupid algorithm picks it up because
Yeah,
there's not a
yeah.
human involved in any of it. No.
No, it's basically because I've got a large selection of music that I bought specifically to let me stream with different themes. I play depending on the theme. I'll play different ones, and obviously when it picks one I haven't played before, I have to go through the whole rigmarole of sending him a copy of the fact I've got the license and fill out the form every
So
time.
YouTube's algorithm's like, "Yeah, what's all this then?
Yep.
Is that music? Oh, I hear music
Right. Anyway, so
every time." Wow,
okay.
pain in the butt.
Well, every time it plays a new one, it recognises. So, fortunately, I haven't had any for a while, but I'll get a load. I suspect I'll get a load for. Well, we'll see what happens. Anyway, as the Krampus goes to the ground, a foot-long icicle, clear crystal icicle, falls out of the Krampus's belt and onto the floor, and obviously Dancer and Prancer wakes up at this point, obviously, and they're both frantically indicating at the foot-long icicle.
What's this? Has Timmy fallen down a well? Um,
The elves go, the wand of the winter winds.
oh, I'll hand it to Dancer then.
Well, they can't hold it, but Dancer and Prancer, one of the reindeer flips onto her back and takes to the air. I don't know how it does that. Anyway, what are you going to do?
The reindeer flips onto her back and then takes to the air.
That's what it says.
So she's flying upside down.
I have no idea. Anyway, what's the plan? The Krampus is down, and the reindeer had sort of.
Yeah, we've got to go and find Santa, haven't we?
They're desperately indicating that one of you should pick up the wand.
Well, I picked it up and tried to hand it to Dancer, but
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, of course you did. I do apologise. The wand, when you hold the wand, it tells you where Santa is located.
Oh. Wait,
I'm on the reindeer, Jack.
This thing seems to be telling me where to go.
Well, you go get Santa and we'll find Mrs. Santa because I'm sure she's got hot cocoa.
Okay.
Got your priorities.
So anyway, basically, that's obviously you're split up. Some of you will head off to find Santa, and the others of you will go to find Mrs. Claus. The elves will stay and help find Mrs. Claus. You find her tied up in one of the bedrooms. In the meantime, following the direction given by the wand of winter winds, the reindeer fly. Those of you that are going. You soar over the frozen lands of the North Pole for almost half an hour before descending near the top of a snow-capped mountain. At the foot of the cliff is a massive mound of ice and snow.
Get out my magic wand of defrosting.
Well, apparently, again, the reindeer seem to be indicating that the wand should be used.
Try and use the wand.
Okay, a simple wave of the wand and a burst of power shoots out of the wand, shattering the block of ice.
Santa falls to the ground, dead in hundreds of pieces.
Pierced by icicles.
Okay. So you have
killed Santa.
You have freed
Supposed
Santa.
to defrost him first. Yeah, see?
Tears freeze as they fall from my eyes.
Congratulations, you have freed Santa and Rudolph. Although Krampus is already out cold, he would have surrendered anyway at this point because. Santa lets the children keep the toys you found in the workshop. He also presents each of you with a special snow globe that will allow you to contact him in the future should you ever need his help. It's still Christmas Eve, however, and Santa has a job to do. As your last reward, he lets you all ride along with him on his delivery run, and he drops each of you off at home. When you wake up, when you check your alarm clocks, you notice that hardly any time has passed at all since you first nodded off to sleep. In fact, if it weren't for the new snow globes each of you had, you'd all have a hard time believing it was some kind of dream.
Yay!
You
I'm gonna.
entered the
While
Twiglet
we're flying
Zone.
with Santa, I will tell him that Krampus messed with the naughty and nice list.
Well, obviously, I'm assuming that's all been sorted. But
Well, yeah, but
exactly.
just to make sure.
Assuming
Just to be
this
sure.
gets us all put on the nice list forever,
Yeah,
Oh,
we
well,
saved Santa, man.
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
Julie could really use, really.
Well, thank you. That was fun. We lose everybody?
No, did we?
Oh, he's doing stuff.
I'm stealing all the characters.
Kids.
Are
Hello.
you
Hello?
stealing all the characters?
I'm
Do
not
what?
saying
Sorry.
anything. It might have been me.
Well, I could quite. Well, one, I heard you say I'm stealing all the characters, and two, I could see that all the characters there. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed that one, guys. That was one
Quite good. I
foggy
like that.
one foggy Krampus Eve. Yes, I bought it. I bought it the day, whatever day I said I'd run the game. I bought it that day and had it converted by the same evening. But I didn't have time
Nice.
to make the maps. It will. I basically haven't got the product code for it because they don't have one because it's pure PDF at the moment. But it might go up on the forums. I mean, I'm intending to put it up on the, you know what I mean, upload it to Smiteworks at some point, but won't be in time for Christmas, I suspect, given how long their QA takes. So, but you can all run it next year, I suppose. But yeah, I'm glad you
Well,
enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
you got to get the maps done.
There aren't any maps.
Otherwise, I'm not buying it.
You have to make your own maps.
No, you've got to make the maps. You're
No.
the creator.
I don't have to make maps if they're not provided, mate.
True. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's true. Some of the maps, Pinnacle seem to not bother with that stuff, don't they?
Yeah, well, I mean, to be the I think the biggest problem, I think the real annoying thing about it is because this might not make it as a conversion because I think it's cheaper. I think the PDF is cheaper than the minimum price you can make a product on Steam, which is the thing that annoys me the most.
You say that, but the adventure deck for superpowers is more than the adventure deck if you buy the PDF, and that's gone up.
Well, no, what the point is, you'll end up the module will end up have to cost more than the PDF if that.
Yeah. Same as if you buy the cards off of a Pinnacle
Yeah.
for the PDF. It's more expensive to buy the adventure cards off of Fantasy Grounds than it is.
But
PDF.
you know, the limitation of that is because of Steam. That's the only reason. But anyway, we should leave it there. Thank you very much, one and all. Unless you're playing with me next Tuesday, I don't think. Obviously, Spelljammer's back in the new year, and obviously that will have a January one shot. I have no idea what it's going to be yet. So we'll see you in the new year, and hope everyone has a nice winter break, or happy holiday, or Merry Christmas, whichever choice of expression you want. But thanks very much, guys. As always, you made it a lot of fun.
We're smashing
I'll see you on
Krampus.
Tuesday because, like, Deadlands is such a way to get into the Christmas spirit this week.
Oh, exactly. Yes, definitely. Deadlands will be getting into the Christmas spirit.
Is it going to be snowing in Deadlands?
I don't know. Well, possibly. I might start you somewhere else. You see, so we'll see how it
In
goes.
Montana.
We're doing horror Headstone Hill. Yeah.
Where is that?
Deadlands
in
Reloaded
Wyoming.
or Deadlands Weird
Wyoming.
West?
Wyoming. Oh yeah, lots of
That's
snow.
Deadlands Weird West.
Reloaded is a whole different thing, isn't it? It's different bennies and everything, isn't it?
Deadlands Reloaded was the Savage Worlds version of Deadlands Classic that used fake chips. Deadlands Weird West is the Suede version of Deadlands, and it uses bennies.
We used to play the original game. So
Deadlands Classic, as they call it now.
yep, that was a lot of fun. I had
Yeah,
to.
that's I bought the 20th anniversary edition book for the classic. Yep, all good stuff. Anyway, I shall leave you to it, one and all. See you in the new year or Tuesday.
Yep, I got to get going. These Christmas cookies aren't making themselves.
Indeed. Thanks very much.
You're
Bye.
making Christmas cookies.
Right. Well, hope you enjoyed that. But see you next year. Bye.